And as this room fill up, be sure, and I really mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. It's including the ice wall, baby. Mama said that there will be days, literally, just like this. Come on with it. Trade away, rumors, this and rumor be that. Come on with it. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a preseason groove? Cowboys versus, and I mean just that, versus the Ravens. Come on. Let's get it. All right. Yeah. Come on with it. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. That's what we're searching for. Put a 1 in the chat. If the audio is straight, come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. All right. Is it okay now? Is it okay now, ladies and gentlemen? Is it okay now? The audio, is it okay now? It sounds okay on my end, right? It sounds okay on your end? Okay, good. All right. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Appreciate everybody for being part of this. There are a tons, and I mean just that, a ton of rumors that's around the world, especially as it pertains the Jalen Tolbert. We got a surplus at wide receiver. I'm on record of saying that if you have wide receiver surplus, then see what you can get in return out of that surplus. And those are things that's been circulating and rumored around, that the Cowboys are pretty much trying to put their name in a hat for a running back. Now, I'm not with the belief that the Cowboys should trade away a Jalen Tolbert. I'm not of that belief, because at least he was your leading touchdown receiver last season, right? And I think that when you look at everything and you say to yourself, all right, cool, it's good to have all of these things to be rumored around. But in this same breath, what would something look like if Jalen Tolbert is traded to the Jets? They already have a nice set of wide receivers there, right? There's no one that can talk about Garrett Wilson. I believe that's his name over there. There's no one that can talk that he's needing extra help. They got running backs over there, a surplus of that. But where the Cowboys ultimately need, in my opinion, is a defensive tackle. So Matt Batten says keep Jalen. Yep. Who else we have? Brandon Mahoney says, I can have a Jalen Cropper, right? And, hey, I'm not beating him up, but I am a little bit. What about getting rid of Jalen Brooks? That would be a good situation, right? Shout out to Jalen Brooks, man. The guy got 9 lives, right? And if he don't get back out there on the field because he haven't seen practice in the last 2 days, that there could be a situation. Murphy, not Charlie, but Murphy Anderson the third says, can we get rid of all the Jalens? No, they can have all of the Jalens. So trade away all of the Jalens. Now, Frisco, it is another one of those Dallas Cowboys rumors that just won't go away. When the New York Jets first drafted Breece Hall early in the second round of 2022, the NFL draft, the team believed he could be a future back. It never quite happened. Now it's time for, I'm just paraphrasing, now it's time for us to go into these conversations. The Cowboys have signed a veteran running back, Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. And if you add all of those boys up, maybe, just maybe, they can become like a Breece Hall. My thing is, with all of this, Cowboy Nation, the Dallas Cowboys, we do not do things like this, Cowboy Nation. I haven't seen the Cowboys win in a trade in so many years. The only trade we won, probably we could argue, is an Amari Cooper, and that's about it. Outside of the Herschel Walker trade, let me know when was the last time we traded something away and we won. I don't know. Breece Hall would be so effing good right now. I see you, Ty. Appreciate you. To stop the run, we have to have 5 down linemen, unfortunately. And I get all of that. Law always jump on when my shift ends. Shout out to you, C-Bass. Appreciate you. And salute to Smoke One for you. Shout out to everybody, man. Here's my thought tracks. I did a video late last night on my TikTok, not my shop, my TikTok, and we was talking about that the Mozzie thing. Like, to me, on the offense, my only reservations now is not the running back group, is slightly, because we haven't seen them together, would be the offensive line. My only reservation, right, is O-line. I think that we got enough running backs right now with Javonte, with Miles, not Monroe, but with Sanders. I think that also with Tiny Deuce Vaughn, give him a shot at it. This should be the Tiny Deuce Vaughn day tomorrow, right? And on top of that, I think with Jadon Blue, don't rush him. Slowly integrate him into the system, into the fold. I think that that's okay. I think we got a log jam at running backs because we have so many of them. Like, who you going to really cut? You got 2 veterans, and then you got the list of unknowns, right? And then I like Hunter Lupke. So we got a surplus at wide receivers and surplus at running backs. But where we don't have a surplus at, ladies and gentlemen, cornerbacks and defensive tackle, one tech. Now, there's been, in the Cowboys community, fights amongst each other as it relates to Mozzie, Smith, and Jay Toia. How do you say that kid's name? JT. I'm going to call him JT. There's been a conversation back and forth about the defensive tackle one tech. Here's my truths with the one tech, and I don't think that no one can out-debate me on this particular part. Run back and tell every content creator this. Mozzie is not the problem. He's not the problem. Nor is Mozzie the solution. Do we agree with that? Come on, who disagree? Mozzie is not the problem, nor is he the solution. Now, who can out-debate that? Let me know. We're going to have the call-in lines and all of that, At the end of the day, he's neither the problem nor the solution. He is a guy that's still developing. And if you want to really be good with this particular team, if you think that you're going to go far with this particular Cowboys team, if you're looking for that defensive tackle one take, he ain't on this team right now. That's just the reality of it. I don't give a dog of how much tape you show or how much tape you don't show. If you really thinking about taking this team to a far or higher height, you got to figure out a way to get a real true one tech in there. Now, could Mozzie perform unbelievable this year? Yeah. The same way could the cow jump over the moon. That is the same thing, because at the end of the day, why waste your time? Why waste all of your energy knowingly that it takes naturally 2 to 3 years at max for you to see any results as it relates to a defensive tackle one tech? Yes, Christopher Blunt says Mozzie is still there. Yes, so he's neither the problem nor will he be the solution for this particular team. In no shape, form, or fashion that this is a shade or a shot at Mozzie. It's definitely not his fault that we had 3 different defensive coordinators in 3 years. It's definitely not his fault that he had 3 different defensive line coaches in 3 years. And from the information that was gravitated and presented to us while we was on the Cowboys collectives, that even while he was in college, every year that he was there, he had a different defensive coordinator or defensive line coach, which is crazy to me, right? But what we can't do is sit up here and say with a natural face that he's the problem or he is the solution. He's neither of those things. But he's a system, he's a situation of a system that he's fell upon, that the biggest and the brightest stages are the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys will forever be talked about, whoever we draft in the first round. And it's not helping for the simple fact or the strength that we drafted in 2017 tacos, right? It didn't help us out at all. And what really crawled up our you-know-what was the simple fact of who we passed up on to go get a Taco Charlton when all of us was banging the table, banging the table, banging the table, for J.J. Watt, little brother, T.J. And T.J. to this day is still playing, right? You know, is still playing, and he getting paid big dollars, right? What a difference would make if we were to go out there then at that time and just go ahead and get a T.J. Watt. You know what I'm saying? Life would have been a whole lot different, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, it is for what it is. At the end of the day, Pissed and Broke says, Law, it sounds like we got about 7 wins in us, laughing out loud. You know what? Make that number lower. Lower that number. Just say we're going to win only 3 to 4 games, right? And then when you realize when we got already 7 wins, you be like, dang, let me raise the expectations up a little bit higher, right? And then you see that we have 10 wins. That's how you have to look at it. If you think that we are a worse team from last year, put a 5 in the chat. If you think that we are a worse team, if we are to, lined up 2024's Dallas Cowboys team to 2025 Dallas Cowboys team, let me know. Let me know who would win and why. Let me know who would win. You can put injuries in, you can take injuries off, but just let me know who would win, right? So if you guys thinking that we can go into a situation, into battle, and line up us versus us from one year to the next, and let me know who will win. Let me know in the chat. Because at the end of the day, yes, Matt Batten, yes, disagree. 10 wins. I feel you, bro. I feel you. So what I'm getting at, that this particular team is better than what we were last year. I don't think that Jeff Blasco can treat this running back room like this running back room is now, right? Granted, I think that this particular team is better. The only problem is that we got negative rollover energy, just like rollover minutes back in the days with them phone carrier services. Like we had rollover minutes during that time frame. We have rollover negative energy brought to you by Jerry Wayne and things. And Jerry is doing Jerry things. 2 consecutive years in a row, we fighting over contracts, not fighting on being on the same page and talking about playing against week 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking about contracts, money, remunerations, and it can all be done just like that. If Jerry Jones get out of his feelings, Jerry Jones get out the way, Stephen Jones put down that pen and paper and just get back to just doing whatever you do with the oil stuff and allow real football people to do these things like a Will McClay and give him autonomy, right? Give him full control. But what we're seeing here is that Jerry Jones got him by the small hairs, right? Or the short hairs. I want to say the other word, B-A-L-L. He got him by the ball. And put an S on it, S. And he's just juggling them. And whenever he wants the attention, he squeezes. He get the sizzles from the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder networks. Instead of getting to the business, he just squeezing us by the small ones. You know what I'm saying? Or the big ones, or however you want to call them, the raisins. So that is what Jerry Jones is doing. And that's why we got rollover negative energy. Lo and behold, what would life look like if we went into training camp already having Micah Parsons under contract, and all we're doing is gearing up, ramping up to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. That would be too much like right. Too much like right, Cowboy Nation. And Concord, pause if necessary. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just squeezing them. And all we can do is just like, what's old boy that was on Friday? He was like this, hey. And the old boy like, I'm a boy, Damien. You know, then that's where we at, the Golden Hats, for real. And it's every Cowboy fan is like this right now. Ha! Everybody's refreshing their Twitter posts, their Instagram posts, because we are waiting to hear the news and the noise about Micah Parsons' unbelievable contract. And when we're seeing Micah Parsons walking around at practice, not getting the necessary reps, it's taken away from this team. Yeah. The wee bird. Yeah. Oh, Blaze, you went all the way back. yeah. So, yeah, my God, you hit the panic button, Law. And that's where we at. Unfortunately, we like, hey, can we just get back to business? And when we're seeing every great one, and I've been beating up Michael Jordan. Let me bring in Michael Jordan. Yeah. Let me bring in Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is on record stating that Michael Jordan is on record. Got to get my prayer towel. Let me get my prayer towel. Come on with it. Let me just put this down for y'all to understand. You know, come on, lean forward with me. Get your ears all to the. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is on record stating that he missed more shots than he made. In order for him to become the great basketball player that he is to this day, although he retired and people still buying shoes, made over $1 billion selling shoes. But what made him great, ladies and gentlemen, was his practice. Not a game, practice. And when you don't practice and when you don't get yourself out there and working to better your craft, and it doesn't matter how much Michael Parsons could be at the crib running the hills, playing in the sand, working out independently, he would never get those reps back. So what I'm getting at is that all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, come on with it, Alfredo. All of a sudden, slap your neighbor. Y'all slap your neighbor and tell him we need him out there in practice. Not a game, but practice. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this beautiful globe, I think that he is one of the better players in the National Football League, Michael Parsons. But the only way you better your best is at practice. And he haven't practiced all this offseason. He's been moping, head down, walking around, and it's not been a cheerful one. And all we got to do is give the man his money. Now, people will say and argue, and they are right. He's under contract, which two things can be true. Two things can be true, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to debate that. But in order for you to come here to here, I almost tore my head off. You got to get into practice mode, right? Yes, indeed. So at the end of the day, yeah, barbecue so good, make you slap your mama, yeah. Pay that man. And that's where we at. So we can always fabricate pressure. We can do exotic stuff to fabricate pressure. Great quarterbacks know how to alleviate the pressure. They know how to evade, because the way you fabricate pressure is through blitzing. The way you fabricate pressure is through blitzing. We seen a team to lift up a Lombardi trophy, and they did it because of the simple fact that they didn't have to blitz. They rushed forward, and they dropped the rest. And that's where you really want to be at. You want to have the ability to win with your front four, even though it's front seven work, but you want to win with your front four so that you can be saying these.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S, E-L, E-L.
Yeah, so I mean, we looking great, you know. In order, and I guess we got to start spelling Dallas wrong too, you know. D-Y-L-L-E-7. We got to start doing something, Cowboy Nation, in order for us to start winning. We got to start spelling stuff wrong. I hear that that's the way. But DJ, that's my DJ. Go DJ. He says, I don't understand. You pay Ferg before Micah. That you could have waited, you know. That's the Cowboys way, man. What if I told you, man, during the time of the negotiation situation that we paid La'el Collins, we paid my guy, the linebacker, shout out to him, Jalen Smith, shout out to Jalen Smith, and me and him business partners, believe it or not. We paid Jalen Smith, we paid Ezekiel Elliott, we paid everybody, and then we said, you know what? Now let's pay the quarterback. When you do things backwardly, when you do things wrongly, then it come back to hurt you in so many ways. It never get old. Spell Dallas. Yeah, we're going to have to start spelling. Oh, my God. Blaze says, spell Eagle. E-A-G-L-E-S-S-U-C-K. Yeah, baby. Hey, jeez. Man, that's wild right there. Wild work. Yeah. No days off.
Last night around about 11 p.m., and I got to imagine Jerry Jones is enjoying his Johnny Walker Blue somewhere as he celebrates this. I don't believe we'd be talking about George Pickens.
Hey, can y'all hear the audio clearly? Put a 1 in the chat. Can y'all hear audio clearly from Jane Slater? Can you hear the audio clearly?
T-Mac McMillan had been there for them in the first round. But we all talked about, and even though they tried to sell us on Jonathan Mingo, that they needed a true number 2. I think he's going to be seen more as 1A, 1B. This is a guy that's going to be big-bodied on the outside. They consider him a top-level wide receiver, extremely competitive, elite ball skills. As I was told, he adds an explosive element and can create plenty of what was called math problems for the defense. In other words, someone will get extra attention, which means someone else will capitalize. That was a text from one of my sources on this one. Now, one of the questions, and to tie this back in with what you said there, Tom, well, I thought Brian Schottenheimer was all about the culture. Well, let's get into that with George Pickens. You know, when I asked someone close to him, what is the deal? What is the real skinny on this? Because a lot of these narratives, they get the ball going, and you see how I think animated some of these wide receivers can be, and maybe we get kind of a different perspective on it. The word I was used is there needs to be some maturation here. This is a guy who wants to make an impact on the game, and he wants the ball. No different than a lot of wide receivers out there. But it's my understanding he had a great relationship with the guys in the locker room and his quarterbacks. And when you look at the quarterbacks he was dealing with in Pittsburgh, no disrespect, we are talking about a little bit of a different quarterback here with Dak Prescott. And when you look at the capability that both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens have now. I saw you put Jalen Tolbert out there. Let's not forget KaVontae Turpin and some of his speed and some of the ways that they're using KaVontae Turpin on the field. Then you pair him with, you know, Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue. I think they've made some real, Miles Sanders. They've made some really smart, selectively aggressive moves on offense.
Selectively aggressive. Come on with it, baby. And we're going to break this down the best way possible. Come on.
And then they got lucky there by bringing in a guy like Tyler Booker. They've moved guys around in the locker room. They've made a point of emphasis about building up this leadership. They've always had the leadership council in Dallas. But the issue, I think, for the last 2 years was you could definitely feel like some of the chemistry was off. I think the one thing that sets Shoddy apart, and a lot of people that don't know him don't know this, yes, he is a really great communicator. And I think wide receivers like George Pickens, not dissimilar from guys like Des Bryant, I think they do well when they have coaches that are great communicators, and you're getting that with Brian Schottenheimer.
No doubt. So let's break this part down. flipping back over to the offensive side of the coin. The Dallas Cowboys going into week 1, I get it. We need to be able to run the ball. Ray J had one wish. Y'all already know my 2 wishes. I got 2 of them, you know. And a third one, if a genie ever get a chance, if I get a chance to rub that genie lamp, boy, I get to rubbing that thing, and it'll be a third wish. I can't tell y'all that one, though. But it's going to end with some hardware, though, and it got S and the B in it, but that's a whole nother conversation. I even got SB right behind me. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I'm getting at is that we may be an aerial attack type of team. First and foremost, I thought that we was going to be a run first, run heavy type of team. But looking at the ingredients on this particular menu that we have, I'm looking at it like, I got some lamb. I got some pickings I can get over there, some turpins. Give me a side of turpins and some lambs, man. Oh, and give me the pickings too. Okay. Give me some seam route fergs too. That's the good entree. But in order for us to digest all of that, you got to have some stuff as it relates to keeping the defense honest. The Philadelphia Eagles, they were the number 1 defense in the National Football League, and that wasn't by mistake. That's about scheme. That's about wisdom and understanding of Vic Fangio, and it is a situation. I'm asking you guys, balance is the key, Jeremy. Yeah, you're right. What are you worried about the most? The Eagles' offense or the Eagles' defense? You know, and we got 2.5 weeks to be ready. You know, Chris Blunt, nope. We can't get there. Our defense sucks, and our offense is still the same. Now, Chris, from your point of view and the teaspoon of Costco sample size that we've seen week 1 of the preseason, we may consider that this offense is the same. But from what I've seen, that it is a situation that this offense is going to be a slight different. For example, in practice, or even in this last preseason game, how many button hook routes you guys seen? How many hitches you saw? How many hitches y'all saw? And I get it, you know, you definitely don't want Joe Milton to throw you on a hitch route. Your phalange is going to be looking like this, like, dog, you throwing up gang signs, dog. Nah, this is how my hands are because I try to catch a damn hitch ball by Joe Milton, and it bazooka Jordan tore my hands up, you know. Gary Book says, Book Walters says none, Law. Yeah, go back and watch. My guy came out with a song many a moons ago. He says, all I want to do is the zoom, 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 and the boom, boom, you know. So then it's just for what it is. It's zoom, 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 and a little boom, boom, boom. And it's the little things you do that make me want to get with you. It's the little things that we are doing that a lot of people will not be able to see. And let me bring this back up from what we talked about just the other day, ladies and gentlemen, is not being too cavalier of showcasing everything. I'm not going to play the full version of it.
Pockets where you go, well, he said he was going to be a physical running team, and then he opens up with 6 passes. Or he says it's going to be a physical football team, and I know today you kind of Marquise got thrown out one of a play, one play by you because you were like, hey, he loaded Boom a little bit on Mingo. Yeah. Right. And so, like, how does that all come together from what you say and then it matching up and lining up with the things that you do?
Well, I love the question, number one, and I will
listen properly. Please. If you look, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like this podcast. But hit that like button, but you don't have to like me personally, right? But put a 4 in the chat if you like me. But here's the thing. Listen to what he's saying. And I want you guys to digest this. Let it be into your minds, your heart, sin, and sinew, and all of this stuff. Come on.
I'll say this. The one thing I will always be with you and everybody, the fans, the players, I will always be authentic. I'm always going to tell you what I think and what I believe. Here's what I would say to you. We went into that game last week with a very specific purpose.
All right, hold on. Got a super chat. We pause for those, man. We a media company over here. We fighting against the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder networks, Cam Newton, and all of them boys, right? Rail 910, he's in with $4.99 for your mind. So shout out to you, man. Thank you for supporting the nation. So when I make it big, I'm like, Rail and them help me out. What's good, Law? What is your thoughts on the franchise tag? Oh, okay. You must be new to this channel. The first year will be $26 million. That's the second tag, and 31. We will save $20 to $30 million. And Rail, please let me know, who are you referring to tagging? Because are you saying that is for Micah Parsons? Let me know of who you're talking about tagging with the $26 million, and then the tag will be 31, and then save you $20 to $30 million. Let me know who you're referring to. Look at all of that fools that I appreciate y'all. Yeah, trade Mozzie now. Oh my gosh. In order to trade Mozzie, we're gonna have to start talking positivity about Mozzie. We can't trade a guy when we beating him up. No, we can't beat him up and just say, hey, we want to get the max capable dollars. Let me know who you're referring to. All right, Smoke One For You says he's talking about Micah Parsons. Okay, that's definitely not Micah Parsons' number, is it? Is the franchise tag on defensive end is $26 million? No way. No way it's $26 million. Ain't no way. If it is, I'm going to give y'all details, but let me know. Is that, okay, Rail said it is Micah Parsons. Hypothetically speaking, if it is, let me go back to your super chat. I appreciate you. Remember, whenever y'all send them supers in, it's going to control the show, okay? All right, so what he's saying is basically, this segment is brought to you by Rail 910, is what he's saying is basically franchise tag Micah Parsons. Here's why I say a big no. You know what I'm saying? No. No, you know what I'm saying? Here's the reason why I say no. A franchise tag is equivalent to you going to a payday loan, title cash loan, checking cash place. They are not good tools. Now, it's good to place them there and you work out a deal, and then you release the franchise tag, and then you go ahead and sign said player. But out of $26 million or $31 million or whatever it may be, even if that's the number, that is a hard cap hit. You can't prorate that money. You can't spread that money out. It is a big chunk of your money that is taken from your team that day. The interest on that money is insane. It is better for you to hit up Pookie and Ray and them and explain to them, I need the money, instead of going to a check, cash, and title loan place. And I'm helping somebody out there. Somebody was heading down to that title loan place right now to borrow $500 and going to end up paying $3,000 just to borrow $500 and still get your car taken. Don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me out. I'm talking from old school experiences, man. I was dating this girl. I'm going to give y'all story time. I was dating this girl way back in college, many a moons ago, right? Way back in 2004, 2005, long time ago. And she thought that she can go to 3 multiple different title loan places, check cashing places, take the money from there, and then take the other money from there, right, and pay the other money off. And it was like, hey, long as I got a rule of 3, I'll be able to be in good graces. But what happened is them 3 places ended up coming back to Hunter. Say, hey, it's time to pay. And when it was time to pay, she never could afford to pay them people back. So what I'm saying is that's the same thing in the ideology of a franchise tag. I got Smoke One For You.
14 ya $5. La check X you got mail fam found something for ya.
Okay, appreciate you, man. I'm going to check the X out. I know you got some good topics that you want me to go over. Thank you so much. And that segment is going to be brought to you by Smoke One For You. Alfredo is confirming franchise tag for defensive ends is for the 2026 $26.5 million, right? Don't do it. It may look good on paper. Yeah. What my guy said.
On paper.
Yeah, on paper it looks good. Oh man, instead of paying Micah 40, we got him for 26. But guess what? The 40 is cheaper than 26. I can't make this stuff up. I know that it don't sound like math is not mathing, but you can prorate it, you can spread it out, you can take that money, put some incentives bases in it. You can do a whole bunch with the 40 opposed to the 26. And I think that with Jerry Jones and them, that franchise tag, because that's the NFL money, that they tend to use those things as weapons because they know for sure that they hold the rights to that player for that 1 year. But you can never recoup that money. So don't do it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't do the franchise tags. Please, ladies and gentlemen, those who listening right now, please don't go to that title loan check cash in place. If you think I'm lying, go to a prominent area or a prominent neighborhood and look for a cash advance. Look for a check cash in place. They don't exist. Establish you a relationship with your banks. Make sure that you're on good rapport with them. Do that instead before you go into a check cash and title loan place. Do not do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just speaking from my financial experiences as well as advisory. And I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, but I'm just telling y'all. Yeah. So I'm just getting that out for y'all right now. And I'm going to check out what my guy sent me in a few seconds, but neither here nor there.
We wanted to kind of put Joe out there and sling it around a little bit. That was the plan, and see how he handled it. And quite honestly, we started slow. We had limited opportunities. I wouldn't read too much into what you see in the preseason. The preseason is for evaluation. I don't have to go out there on the first preseason game or even this game against Baltimore, Atlanta, and run it 50 times to show that. I think I would go to my history. Okay. My history of coordinator in Seattle, led the league in rushing in 2018. Coordinator in 2008 in New York Jets, led the league in rushing. So again, I appreciate and love the question. The question's a fair question, but I wouldn't read too much into what you see in preseason football in general, but even more this year. Why? Well,
watch how he breaks down the why. Breaks down the why is everything. All right, so when we look at this, this is what Smoke sent me. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, on paper.
Yeah. Quarterbacks right now, franchise tag is 40. Transitional tags is 35. Oh, the only way, and then this would be kind of crass for us to do that too, because there is a transitional tag or there's a non-franchise tag. Let me see. They got the tender tag. They got all of the tags here. But we're just going to stick to the traditional transitional tag, okay, which is like what old boy said, which is right at 26 or what have you. Here's my thoughts on all of this. You can put down, okay, in order for you to pick up Michael Parsons at the end of his contract, at the end of 2026, that's when his contract expires, you have to give us 3 first rounds and all of that stuff. But instead of having a disgruntled guy on your team for the entirety of the 2025 season, right? With the notion that you probably will not get that same player back in return because of the simple fact he is under the situation that, man, you don't really believe in me. You don't really love me like you say you do. It is better for right now to rip the Band-Aid off, ladies and gentlemen, and then go ahead and trade him away. Go ahead and trade him away and salvage and get what you can now versus trying to get what you can later on down the line. That's what you would do. That what good teams would do. That what great teams would do. That what elite teams would do. You would just go ahead, look at your losses and say, hey, I'm going to move on now. Now, there are some crazy rumors about the Green Bay Packers. Y'all can confirm or deny it, but I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it right here, Cowboy Nation. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. All right, so we got it right here. Here it is. The Packers rumored offer Dallas for Michael Parsons include 2 firsts, a second, and a talented defensive player. Who's talented on the Packers that you would like to have right now, even though they whooped the brakes off of us? I don't think that that's even warranted of what type of contract Michael Parsons should get, right? When you're talking about a guy that every year made All-Pro and Pro Bowls and giving you double-digit sacks and pressures and all of that. And I'm always looking at it like this. You talking about 2 first-rounders. That could be a Tyler Guyton and a Mozzie again. I'm not finna do that drill. No. I'm not finna do that. Dallas had made it clear that they won't trade Michael Parsons for now, though. I wouldn't do this. It is cheaper to do this right here because so many people think that you can just find anything. Kenny Clark, he's good. Elijah Robinson, Kenny Clark, a big back defensive tackle. Man, y'all crazy. Big back. Let me see what Kenny Clark did last season. Hold on. Yeah. Let me pull him up, man. I don't be looking at Packers tape like that, but let me see what Kenny Clark and them did. All right. Who killed Kenny? Hold on. Let me see. All right. So he's 6'3", 315 or 314 pounds. I ain't doing it, man. I ain't doing it, dog. I don't give a dog if they throw in another first-round draft pick. I'm not finna trade away Michael Parsons for a 29-year-old, 6'3", 315 guy, right, who got 1 sack last season. I think Mozzie had 1 sack last season. I know we can't look at these sorts of things, but total pressure 33, hurries 28, 4 hits on the quarterback. Let me do this right quick. PFF. Zeke gonna pull up. Yeah, Zeke. Okay, Mozzie Smith. By the time Mozzie Smith, Kenny Clark age, he probably be even better, you know. All right, so Mozzie's 6'3". He ain't 337. They got the age, well, they got the pounds wrong, but he's 24. And I know these grades are notorious, but hey, he don't got the pressure that Kenny Clark got. But shoot, he got 2 sacks last season. Shoot, I'm not finna do that. No way, Jose. Because in actuality, we know for sure that you got a generational talent. Can you imagine if that trade really do happen? Can y'all imagine? You know, oh my gosh. And can y'all imagine if that do happen? And then I would rather deal with the known versus the known unknown, right? Or the unknown unknown.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns, things we don't know that we don't know.
Hold on. You have a choice. You can have the boat or the mystery box.
What, are you crazy? We'll take the boat.
No, not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know how much we've wanted one of those.
Then let's just...
We'll take the box.
We'll take the box. You gave up a boat for free tickets to a crappy comedy club.
Come on, Lois. You're acting like this is the first time I've ever done something stupid. You remember the time I was supposed to get that boat? A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know how much we've wanted one of those.
Then let's just...
We'll take the box.
Yeah. So they got their weight wrong, Law, because of Ozempic, Law. Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, if Mozzie was 330 to 340, then we'd be having a whole different conversation. But back to the conversation of my guy over here on this app, especially as it pertains Michael Parsons. Don't do it, Cowboy Nation. Please don't do it. Don't overanalyze. Don't overconsume yourself of the podcast Parsons. I guarantee you now, he probably not going to do no podcasts now. The spirit is gone. Since you've been gone, it's gone. He got no spirit. And when other teams can go out there and we talk about spending and money and stuff like that, and if they can go out, and so many people wanted to fight me about the fact that they using next year's money and these sorts of things, let me know when y'all see the Bills, right? The Bills paid their running back $48 million, a whole bunch of coins and all of this stuff. The Cowboys, as of today, got $34 million, right? But I'm looking where y'all see the Bills at. They way down here at the bottom. They had to scramble and scrape to find money under the couch in between the bra of grandma, and they got $1.5 million. And they were still able and eligible to go pay their people. The quarterback, I haven't heard one analyst, one guy to say, hey, Joshua Allen, since you got your money, you got your bag, you got your coins, you got to win with less, and you better win the Super Bowl. I haven't seen or heard any of those people say those things about Joshua Allen, by the way, and it's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. But over here in Cowboy land, money just moves different, you know. Come on with it.
Mike just wins, $9.99. Quinnen Williams, Breece Hall and a first in a Jets rebuild makes us better now. Let them set the market with Micah.
Now, Mike, shoot, just win. Oh, now we cooking a little bit. Now we working. Now we working just a little bit. Now I can work with something like that. You know, if it all a situation in a scenario that if these two ends don't meet, and I'm all about familiarity, I'm all about continuity, I'm all about being conducive or concise with your approach to things. And let me tell y'all this right here. Quinnen Williams here in the Cowboys uniform. Now, he's a 3-tech, right? What's Quinnen Williams? He's a 3-tech, right? He's not necessarily a 1, and I'm not finna beat him up and these sort of things. But hold on, let me pull him up just a little bit. Hold on. Let me go PFF. Yeah. You can go right here. Boom. Quinnen Williams. Yeah. He's the size of Mozzie, right now. You know what I'm saying? yeah. But that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me to start fantasizing and thinking about things. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Stephen A. Smith, don't get me to start fantasizing. But let me see how old Quinnen is too, and then you got to pay him and all this stuff. He's still young. He's 27. So. Throw in Sauce Garden.
Well, what I'm saying.
But I still want 2 firsts. I still want a first though. At least still a first. You know, Jets can't be baggers right now. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I will still want a first. I will still need a first. I would still want a first. I would still need a first in my Dr. Umar versions. Breece Hall, I can throw in one of the Jalen's. I can throw in maybe one of the other running backs too, just as a consolation deal, right? And then we can get something going. Yeah. We can get something going right there. You know, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. No, don't do it, Law. At this point, if they're not talking, if Jerry refute, I would rather get something back in return than to let him go at the end of this year, at the end of next year, and you got a disgruntled guy and you franchise tag him anyway. No, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. And that's what trade's supposed to be about. You get something equally back in return for what your hard work and decisions are. That's what it's supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. It is whenever it's the Cowboys news and noise, it's always something that's going to turn into ultra negative. You know, it's just for what it is. I would ask for 2 1s in 26, 2 1s in 2027. 2 2s in 2028, a 3rd in 2029. Boy, Just Blaze says, I do not trust the front office with picks. Yeah, that's the only thing. We would have to, ladies and gentlemen, get something back in return. And when it's wanting to be sharp, when it's wanting to be smooth, instead of 15% off, I got something that can chisel your mind as well as your face with 20% off instead of 15. And these are our sponsors for this particular show today. I can't wait to see you guys get one of these things because you want to be an Atlas.
How to be an Atlas man. First, gently glide your House of Atlas razor with the grain to ensure a precise, comfortable shave. Then, drop your transmission with nothing but a spoon. Anything's a tool in the hands of an Atlas man. Now apply Atlas Calming Aftershave. Welcome to the top. Welcome to Atlas.
Be the smoothest guy in the room. Durable blades for long-lasting smoothness. Precision trim edges for detail and also cutting those sideburns. With a stabilized stainless steel for a smoother shave. Dermatologist tested, comfortable, smooth glide. This will be your number one blade in the world. And all you have to do is remember House of Atlas. Shave with the best. No doubt, shave with the best with the adjustable tip of the head right here. Flexible, you can get those curvatures on your jawline. So be sure to reach out to Atlas. Hit the information in the description box to get you 20% off. You know, a couple of months ago, we was only doing 15%, but they added more on because they don't like the nation. They love the nation. So be sure to be an Atlas man. To download the information in the description box. And even if you're a lady, you know, you probably can use this shaver or razor or what have you in other places. I'm just not going to say it out here live on the nation. But without hesitation or deviations, run to the description box, hit that information, and be part of the Atlas groove. And you can be an Atlas man. Come on with it. Cowboy Nation, normally we open up the phone lines, right? What we can do now, before we go there, we've been hearing news and information about certain things. And one of the things that I want to bring up before we get to the next topic line for your mind are these things right here. Let me see if I can find it while we talking. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. And there are a few people that need these type of conversations as it relates to the Cowboys and beyond. But let me see if I thought I had it right here. Hold on. Bear with me. Hail Mary. Run quick. See, what do we have here now? All right, yeah. All right, so this was a drunk man in L.A. on the Breeze Airways, right, swinging a skateboard, right? And if this happened, if he were to connect with you, and that's a personal injury, you know, and sometimes these type of things happen. Watch what happened here. You know, I mean, he says some words, what happened. And she was like, come get him. Is there anybody? There's anybody. Watch this right here, y'all. He just politely comes, pick him up, and say, hey. Sit your down, you know. So if that happened to you while you on a plane and somebody swing a board at you and they hit you or what have you, let me tell you what you do. You go out and you reach out to our partners.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt, that's 214 or 817, and all of the threes you can dial. There's Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. They are backed by over 100 years of experiences. Man, I'm telling y'all, if you're in a jam or if you're on a plane, somebody hit you with a skateboard or anything like that, please reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers, man. They will help and take great care of you. Kind of like that guy. She's like, hey, there's anybody on this plane that can get smooth. And this big guy just came and picked him up and said, hey, why don't you go ahead and sit on down, you know? But this is what I got here. Here's what I got here. Click this link right here if you want to join the stream today and be a part of the communication line. And we're going to try to get things going the best way possible. The reason why the audio is a little off is because we got another link linked in, and it's probably causing that audio to be lower on my end and louder on the other end. But you guys get it. Y'all get it. Y'all get the information. Put a 5 in the chat if you guys still want us to be here talking. Come on, Cowboy Nation. People ride through the airports on the skateboards. Yeah, they do, man. And they bring the carry-on as a skateboard, and I guess he weaponized the skateboard. And really, when you're on the plane like that, there's really, I think it's probably one U.S. Marshal per flight, give or take, and they undercover, right? And then there's a lot of, what you call those air stewardess, I think, whatever you call them, and they really not people that can fight, right? But if you guys want to be a part of the conversation to rule the nation, click that link on. And this Friday is Fan Interaction Friday. So all I ask, if you have good, clear internet, jump on in and we'll be able to decipher and talk just like normal. If not, we can pack it up and get on up out of here. Hey, love to join your live whenever you are streaming. West African, appreciate you. Just click the link that should be in the description box or somewhere in the chat area so you can join the live stream with us. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of this extremely good network today, ladies and gentlemen. Law, if you do have a conversation of trading Parsons, what can you get for him? I think 3 first-rounders. It could be 2 this. I don't know, man. I haven't evaluated Parsons with the trade ideology because one thing I know for sure, it's not going to happen. First and foremost, the Cowboys, they talk too much. They talk too wise. And nobody wants to become a la like the Vikings, right? So, and then they try to do it again, and I think egos are a little too high, right? And when we start talking about egos and things of that nature, it's just still a little too high with the Cowboys. Granted, we love, and I'm talking about LOVE, this team. But how they handle certain things is a situation and scenario, right? With that being said, we'll give about 3 more minutes before we get anything going, but be sure to check out our partners with Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Check out all of them. But hold on, I got to add to the stage. I got MJ. Boy, what's good with you?
What's up, Law?
Not much, man. You situated? Are you set?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
No doubt. Let me see if I can get you over here, man. All right. There we go. Yeah. MJ is in the building. Yo.
I like your setup.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. So, with that being said, what you got for us today?
Man, I want to see how this game.
Man, are you in the restroom, dog? Where you at, man?
Wait, give me 1 second.
Man, get up out of here, man. What the hell? Hold on. Hey, man, all right, bro. Just let me know when you're ready, man. God, dog, man. Yeah. Just let me know when you're ready, dog. Hey, man, look, can anybody else get on, man? The link is pinned to the top. The link is pinned to the top of my YouTube page. Man, come on. Hey, that's wild.
Yeah, on paper.
You better use some paper. Man, this show, man. Hey, but I do need a Downey or a Charmin's sponsor. Come on, Angel Soft. Come on, y'all reach out to me, man. Come on with it. All right, man, I'm going to bring you back on stage now, man. Bro, you live on the Nation, man. What you got for me, bro?
Oh, man, just I want to see this game tomorrow. I want to see them halfbacks. I told you my boy Mata. Hey, I picked them players too, Mata.
Yeah.
And I picked I told you about the safety from Kentucky because I watched his tape and he was a captain and how he played down on the line. So them guys right there, I'm excited for them guys.
Yeah.
The key is the receivers. Yeah. We might lose some receivers, man.
Okay.
But everybody got receivers, but I know that coach over in Los Angeles, he's smart now. Don't think he's slick. If we drop one of the receivers, I think one of our receivers is gonna be playing for the Rams.
No doubt. So you think now there are some teams that need wide receivers though, and we got a surplus. So what we got to do is figure out a way to get something in return if these guys can't ultimately find a way on this team, right?
Yeah. We need a D tackle though. That's the only thing I need. I need one more D tackle. Cause you know, Toa when he first played, he was okay, but then when he came, you can't play him all them. When he came back in that third and fourth, like he was tired. That's when they started. But he got to get lower. He's still young, so I'm not tripping off him. Cause sometimes you can see him get through. The person that everybody is kind of disappointed in is Mozzie. I don't think Mozzie want to play football, man.
I'm not finna cast aspersions on him on his willingness to play football, but I'm going to say this though with Mozzie. I think that overall, when you think of what he's able to do as it relates to his going into his third season, it's just still too soon, right? But the things that we do see, his bursts get off. He's having a little problems with that. His pad level's a little bit still too high, even though he's better than what he was year one. He's going into year three. We can't use the sample size, the Costco sample size, by the way, from preseason one to put an indictment on the kid. So all I want is from here is to wait to at least right before the trade deadline. If not, if the Cowboys knowingly that they want to move on, but let's not drag this out.
Yeah, that's you gotta make it. I just want to see the guy get. Man, when the guy was in college, he was like 330. Yeah. I'm like, how you go from 330? I guess unless you want to be an well, it's for your health. I can understand that.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, at least keep strong. I thought the guy lived 700 pounds and can't and get moved like that. That's crazy.
Well, being moved and getting moved off of the LOS, normally you want to stay low and you want to get strike inside and you want to keep your pad levels low and penetrate. So he had to unlearn two gaps because that's what he learned last season, right? With Jeff Scanina as well as Mike Zim, they had him two gapping last year, right? But now we finna go back to what Dan Quinn wanted him to do, right? Shoot, get upfield, get to the quarterback. So it's going to be a situation whereas I got no ill wills of the team wanting to move on from him, but at least let's see what he do before we say that. Like give him a year, give him this season. But if the Cowboys are real with themselves, right, that they will go out there and go get a veteran defensive tackle. You get what I'm saying, MJ?
Yeah.
That they will go out and grab a veteran defensive tackle. So Mozzie, he's not the problem, nor he's the solution on this defensive line. That's what I'm getting at.
Because I seen Louis, he put 7 D tackles, and I was watching them, and it was one from that he had from the Texans. But I'm saying, why is them guys gonna give up them guys? And they bit, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Like if you got a second string D tackle that's good, that can come in, why is I'm going to give him up for the Cowboys? I'm talking about the Cowboys. All the Cowboys creators is hoping. I'm like, nah, them guys ain't not giving up their second best D tackle for the Cowboys to have. Do you agree? That don't make no sense. I'm gonna give up my second best D tackle so the Cowboys can have. Man, we hoping too much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
nobody wants to do a trade with the Cowboys because we talk too much, even if it's something that can be rubbed upon our face, right? Like, it's just for what the Cowboys are, man. So I get it. We can have these great talk pieces and great conversations about bringing this guy in, bringing that guy in, but the only way this works is once a player is released or cut, then we can start throwing things around. But 9 times out of 10, the Cowboys don't do draft trades and these sorts. Well, not draft trades, but trades during the season or right before the season. They don't do that.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of players be cut. Like I say, everybody, all the players is is a lot of players gonna over 1,000 players gonna get cut. So now you could go grab them. So that's why I say, if you think them players better than your players, then you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Then now you win, and that's what's gonna happen to a lot of teams. So that's why I like that everybody cut at the same time. So that make it hard. Because if you do like you used to, then you're gonna lose a lot of players. But now when you cut you cut at the same time, it's all free for all.
No doubt. Yeah, you're making some points there. So what I'm getting at, I think that we shouldn't isolate everything on Mozzie.
No.
Because this has been a situation that's been going on for more than 5 years, more than 10 years, more than 15 years.
It just with
right?
Thank you. And another thing I was trying to get to, I agree with Emmitt Smith. Change a little topic. I know y'all want to keep blaming Jerry Jones, but Jerry Jones, 80 years old, 70 years old, 60 years old, and we lost 2007, #1 seed. Jerry put a good team together, y'all. We choked. 2014, we choked. 2016, we choked.
But what's the common denominator?
The common denominator, our players been choking. It's
Who's been here since those time frames?
If we put me and you, okay, say you're a good corner, and then I'm the second best corner, and we out there playing, just because we ain't got a third corner, no, man, we still should have won. Everybody, every team is like that.
The thing is, it's the reason why ESPN let Emmitt Smith go, right? It's not like he's a great analyst. He's a great football player. I'm not taking that away from him. And he been around the football worlds. He know more football than probably we forgot. But there's a reason why ESPN let go Emmitt Smith, because he don't know how to talk about these type of things. Granted, here's my thoughts on this whole thing, particularly when we start talking about the Jerry Jones and not putting pressure on him. If everything else changes and he remains the same and we getting the same results, then 9 times out of 10, at some point, he got to get a boatload of the blame. And here's the reason why I say this, though, MJ. Is because we've been top heavy. We late to react. I think that Jerry do put teams together pretty well, but it's top heavy, and he doesn't have this sense of urgency. So just like the year when we choked allegedly, of course, in 2014, we didn't have an edge rusher. Aaron Rodgers was running around with one leg. The guy that could get to the quarterback, he shipped him off because he didn't want to pay him, and he was in Denver. The following year, they won a Super Bowl. Lo and behold, man, if we had DeMarcus Ware then, we probably would have got some pressure on the quarterback, and we wouldn't even talking about the catch, no catch. So a team is considered of a complete team, not just individual stars, and that's why we at right now, because of Jerry Jones' inability to make the necessary adjustments, in my opinion.
Well, I agree, but I disagree.
I feel you.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on. I got a super chat. And it's from Brewer, Milton Brewer. Appreciate you so much. He says, I believe Parson wants media rights. They not having it. They, the Cowboys, hold up the Cowboy Nation. Green Bay don't have an owner, and that's why Green Bay makes sense. Is from Brewer. I don't know, bro. All I can say is that pay Micah Parsons, man. I don't think that Micah Parsons is thinking that down the line about having media rights. But go ahead, MJ.
Yeah, Parson, with the Parson thing, they trying to break Parson, and they always use the Cowboys to do this stupid stuff with the rule change. Now they want to do the Cowboys. All the owners probably, hey, Jerry, go on, bring Parson. Damn, we could do all the players like that. So they got to, you know what I'm saying? They killing me with this. Go on and pay the man $45 million, get it over with, because that'll make up for what's going to happen the next year. It's going to go up. The year after. You see what I'm saying, Law?
Right.
Go in between the middle, get the 45, Jerry. Stop playing around, man. I know you already, Jerry, you won. Go on and do it, Jerry. Play the man 45, get this over with. Go on, play the. Then I'm gonna get Bland out the way. I'm going to get Tyler Smith out the way, and you ain't got to worry about them. Stop waiting, just like you say, Lon. If I'm the owner, I'm signing y'all quick. Boom, 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 boom. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not waiting for no other teams to set the mark. But he said the other day, he likes showing off, the big bragger. I got the top highest paid player, and then you start crying when we don't lose. Oh man, I paid this. No, Jerry, it's a team sport. You got to pay everybody. Stop trying to show off. Stop showing off, then we probably can win. Dang.
Yeah.
He pissing me off now. You know what I'm saying? Man, stop showing off.
No doubt, man. But in closing, man, what else you have before I let my other guy?
Well, in closing, man, we just got.
Hello? I lost you.
We got to keep playing good, and I'm still picking us to go to the Super Bowl. So
no doubt,
I'm always going to pick us to go to the Super Bowl because I'm a Cowboy fan, 60s. Well, I was born in 63, so OG MJ. How about them Cowboys and Law Nation?
Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
There's MJ, born in 63, man. Yes, indeed. With the Wolverine beard, man. I love it, man, bro. Appreciate you. All right, I got my guy, Thurston, right? That's how you say it?
You already know, brother.
Yes, indeed, man. Howell the third, right?
You already know, brother. That's what I'm talking about right there, bro.
What you got for me today, bro?
Say, man, first of all, homeboy, that's the reason why homeboy who just got off owed me money, because he always betting on them Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? He been ducking me for a minute. That's why he owe me bread, because he always betting on the losing team. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm gonna say this right here. Jerry Jones, the only reason why Jerry Jones waits so long to play players is because they haven't won in 30 years. So he just trying to keep the Cowboys in relevance, getting talked about you know what I'm saying, all the time, because they're not winning. You can't talk about them winning. You can't talk about them winning Super Bowl. You can't talk about them winning playoff games. So how can we get them to talk about us? Let's push this contract back so it's always on the news or on ESPN or Fox. That's why he does it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why.
Yeah, I mean it's not, and I hate doing the same thing over again, talking about Jerry Jones, and I know it's more than Jerry and Steven. It's a lot of things that we don't talk about, but Jerry is the head, right? And as above, so below. And I was telling people, and I've been using this analogy for a long time, in my house, if my kids leave the lights on, right, the water running, when the energy company or the water company time to build, they would not build the kids. They're going to build me because I'm the head. Yeah. I'm the head of the household. And what goes down here, I'm in control. So Jerry Jones, just as well as he should know this, even if he just step back and sit back and bring in a real GM, he would still get the credit, you know? But he wants to be able to do Frank Sinatra, I did it my way, you know? And that's the problem. And that's why he got to get some of this blame for 30 years, 30 seasons.
You know what he's afraid of?
What's that?
Okay, you said hiring a GM, he'll get the credit. That's exactly what he's afraid of.
Right.
He afraid of it's been 30 years. So if you hire a GM to come in and they all of a sudden win, you know us fan base, we're going to say it was the GM. It's been 30 years without a GM, and now that we've hired a GM, we've won. The fan base is not going to give Jerry Jones the credit. That's what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what he doesn't like. He don't even get, okay, so Jerry Jones don't even get the credit for I don't know why his name escapes me, Barry Switzer. Jerry Jones don't even get the credit for Barry Switzer's Super Bowl win. Jimmy Johnson still gets that credit.
Yeah, because of the
That's
players,
why he won't hire a GM. He knows it.
It's been documented because of the players that we had to pull resources from Jimmy, not from Barry. So that's the
that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
He knows he's gonna bump his head against the wall every time doing it his way, because he'll rather lose doing it his way than win doing it a GM's way, and then the GM get the credit, not Jerry.
That's a problem.
It's a problem. And you were right when you was talking to homie MJ. the common denominator is Jerry Jones. It's not the players.
Right.
It's always Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones always go cheap one way, and the way he go cheap always come back to bite us every time. Every time he go cheap, that's the position.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I was having a debate with somebody, and I think it could have been here or somewhere. I have so many debates. Don't you know football is a game of inches, right? But football is also, it takes only one player to tilt you over. And somebody was asking me, well, what happens, and it could have been here, they said, what happened if the Cowboys last year were to have Saquon Barkley, right, on the team? Would we won the Super Bowl? I was like, nope. It would have been, we would have been the Giants, right? You know, it takes a complete team. And even if we were to have Saquon Barkley last year, we were not still a complete team. And what I'm trying to get at with Jerry Jones, yes, we have 9 Pro Bowlers. Yes, we had at one point in time 11 or 12, and we still haven't went to the big dance because we are top heavy. If you got everything that you're supposed to have, then that's okay. But if you have everything that you don't supposed to have in key components like running the ball and stopping the run, it ain't going to win you that chip. You got to have a complete team.
Right. You're not lying. And I can tell you this, Law.
What that?
We could have Jesus in cleats on the field, turning Gatorade into wine, and we still not going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean.
We still not, because we got a man in the way. You know what he'll do to Jesus in cleats?
What do he do?
You worth $45 million a year, but I want to only pay you $25 million a year. I know you Jesus in cleats, but you're really only worth $25 million. That's what he's gonna do to Jesus in cleats.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. He'd be like Barabbas or somebody like that. Yeah. or when he said, "I see no fault in this man," you know, and they supposed to let him go then, but somebody said, "Crucify him," you know, but still crucify him. Yeah.
Real talk. He'll tell him you turned that Gatorade into wine, but I love Johnny Walker Blue.
I love Johnny Walker Blue. That ain't what I'm looking for. So crucify. Get rid of him. Boy, you crazy as cat hat, man. But I appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it, bro.
Man, how about them Cowboys? I want to say I appreciate you for taking my call every time you take my call, bro. I appreciate you, dog.
Man, thank you, man. You have a good one, fam. Appreciate you, dog.
You too, brother.
Good call from him, man. Yes, indeed. Jesus and cliques, man. He'll find a way. Like, he said that he wanted to get. He said he'd take a team friendly, but you know, is he really worth it? You know, because of X, Y, and Z, it's crazy. Jesus Sanchez, I feel you, man. It's been that 20-plus years. Yarborough said, yo, you know, hate when other teams, fans speak on us. Man, this is from Bud. Appreciate you. Man, how many checks you write callers to and any of these players on the roster? All right, so, man, how many checks to you to write callers to any of the players on the roster? This is from Albert. I don't know, man. What's the point? Yes, in the words of Jerry.
What's your point?
All right, so I got the next caller on the building or in the building, Daniel, man. What's good with you, man?
What's good, Law? How you doing?
Man, I'm great, man. I can't complain. It's good to see you, bro. You chilling over there. What you got going, bro?
Hey, man. Hey, I just wanted to give you a shout out, man. I appreciate what you've been doing and all the Cowboys Nation out there. You do a lot of good work for the community, man.
Man, I thank you, man. You got a voice for radio yourself, man.
Appreciate that, Law.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say this about the whole Micah situation. I think he's going to get paid. And the reason why I think it is, I think Jerry is just in his own feelings right now. And I think that this whole catastrophe should have signed that contract last year.
Facts.
And I think they waited this long. They waited this long. And now we got fans over here saying that they want to trade him for a big package. But here's the thing. If you're going to trade him, you got to get a big haul for him.
Yeah.
But my thing is that if we trade him away, we have to get 4 first-round picks and more, and nobody's gonna willing to do that.
Plus, pay him.
And pay him, exactly.
You got to trade him, get all the way,
Exactly.
and you got to pay him. So, not many going to do that.
Right. But overall, as for the team standards, I don't trust this run defense, Law. You know that you and I know that this run defense can't stop the run.
Yeah,
we can't.
At this present day, from what Avery Fluston showed us, from based off of the preseason, we are razor blade thin at defensive tackle one tech. It's giving us that we're going to be in a dogfight week 1 if we can't get a big boy inside to stop this run.
Yeah, and I do think that Steven is looking to add pieces, but I really think this Christian Wilkins thing, though, I'm telling you, Law, there's just something weird going on about him. All this talk about him kissing on the foreheads of these players, dude, this is wild for him. And he's a damn good defensive tackle. He really is. When he's healthy, he has 22 and a half career sacks for his career.
I'm
for his
looking it
career.
up now. Yeah. He had 2 sacks last season, of course. And then in Miami land, he had 9. And then he had 4. The last time we had a double-digit sack guy from the inside was Jason Hatcher. And he had that right before his contract year, before we shipped him off to Washington, I believe. So, yeah, man, you bring in – but the only thing is he's a former first-round draft pick. He's managed by David Mulugeta.
Right.
David Mulugeta, believe it or not, he grew up a Cowboys fan, so he knows the terrain. He knows what the Cowboys needing and wanting, right? But right now, if you are at odds with Jerry Jones and Jerry is not picking up the phone, maybe David Mulugeta was like, hey, I got a Christian here. And Christian here with some people that they can represent him better, maybe, just maybe, he won't have all of those antics. Dennis Rodman, to a degree, used to kiss people, slap them on the backsides, and do all of those crazy stuff, too. Sometimes you need that crazy guy on your team. But I don't know, man. Are you saying that you would like to have him here or not?
I would love to add Christian Wilkins if I could. I think you can add him on a cheap deal, since I know that he lost all that money with the Raiders because he signed that big deal with them. I think if you brought him in for I don't know, maybe 1 year for $2 or $5 million, probably, and then you get a comp pick back next year or something. I'm not sure how that would work.
Here's what I'll do. Since I know the Cowboys, they don't like to pay, especially veterans and these sorts of things as far as guaranteed money. There is a rule out there. After week 1, when you sign a veteran to a contract, that money will not be guaranteed for the entirety of the year based off of CBA. So after week 1, the Cowboys can pick up the phone, call David Mulugeta and say, hey, bring Zesty Wilkins in. Let's bring him in for a cup of coffee or some sweet tea, and let's see what we can get going with him if we need help at that defensive tackle spot.
Yeah, and it goes the same thing for Gilmore too, Law. You know that. It goes the same thing with Gilmore, because Gilmore knows our system. He knows. He knows our system.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. So, I mean, I want to see what Steven does. I want to see what the front office does. But, man, this cornerback room that we got, Law, I'm telling you, it is so injury-riddled.
Yeah.
I get so scared. I get so scared of watching those DBs get floated on an island out there, and then all of a sudden we have to trust Kalen Carson, who hasn't done anything.
Facts.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Facts. Well,
So-
here's my only thing. We survived Anthony Brown for all of those years, right? Let's hope.
Anthony Brown.
Yeah, you remember that get down Anthony Brown. So if we can survive Anthony Brown, hopefully this Cowboys front office can survive Kyrie Elam and Bland. And I just think what it is, you know what it is, Dan?
What's that?
It's any DB that we get that's with an AB. Anthony Brown, Andre Booth, they both ABs. That's what it is. We just need to get rid of Andre Booth.
Man. That's crazy. And Andrew Booth is not even a football player. He's not a football player.
I know what it is. You know how that old school Scooby-Dooby-Doo?
Oh,
When they
man.
lift the
Ruh-roh
mask up,
Raggy. Yeah.
somebody need to
Yeah.
Photoshop when they lift the mask up off of both. It's Anthony Brown. That's what it is. I cracked the code. Oh, my God.
Man, that's right on point, Law. Man.
Yes, indeed.
But
man.
you want to know something? You know the whole Mozzie Smith situation? I'm so tired of giving him all this patience, Law. You know, it's just if you don't have it, you don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Mozzie, I think, I'm gonna say this. I think our defensive tackles are soft, and I'm gonna get hated. Believe me, I'm gonna get hated. But I'm just not seeing the energy. I'm not seeing the fight. I'm not seeing the effort, the heart, or the grit of these defensive tackles. I'm not seeing it.
I feel you, man. But, hey, if anybody can whoop those boys up into shape, before I let you go, it got to be Aaron Whitecotton and Matt Eberflus. They ain't going to play with that nonsense, but they just got to be real with themselves and the front office.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, man, hey, you sound great, man. Let people know, man, what you do or where they can find and follow you, and let's get things going before I let you go.
Well, man, y'all can follow me at Daniel M, and y'all can just follow me wherever I go. And I just wanted to say to all those fans out there, we're going to get this done.
Yeah.
But 2025 may not be our year, but maybe 2026. 2026, I guarantee you.
You guarantee it. You can book it. Come on with it, man.
I'm going to book it.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Law.
Good call from my guy, man. I'm really pleased that the audio, we can manage it, right? Put a like a 2 or something in the chat if the audio is okay. Brandy states with the super chat, Booth is worse than Anthony Brown, Law. Yeah. Somebody said Anthony Brown is considered Darrell Reeves compared to Andre Booth. But what I got here is another super chat, man. This segment is brought to you by Brandy Mahoney. Yes, Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls with Jerry as the GM, but Jimmy was over player personnel. And one of the things that they did once Jimmy left is that Jerry said, I would no longer give someone that much control, because I think that what Jerry saw is that Jimmy had so much control of the locker room. Remember, it was Jerry's team, but it was Jimmy people. Even though Jimmy ruled with an iron fist, it's something about coaches that do it that way. They fall in love with, dare I say, the coaching staff, not the ownership. So when it was Jimmy Johnson who said, Troy, you can't throw another ball, because if you do, I'm going to put you on the bench. Jimmy Johnson told Troy Aikman that, even though he was probably bullsugaring, right? He would leave Michael Irvin at the airport. He would figure out ways to do certain things, right? To create a sense of urgency with these players, to hold these players accountable. And it is for what it is. The Dallas Cowboys, even with this particular situation at hand, Jimmy Johnson wasn't a cupcake guy. You had a guy out there with asthma. And he said, why this guy puffing and huffing over there? And he's like, hey, Jimmy. That guy got asthma. Well, tell him the asthma field is effing over there. We try to win games. And then after a certain win or a victory or a certain thing, he didn't like the Saudi guy with the prince or whatever of Egypt or whatever. He comes in with his little towel and everything, saying, you know, he didn't like all of that visitors in the locker room. Jimmy was saying, hey, we having football stuff. Tell him to go over there. And Jerry was like, no, tell the Saudi guy to come on in here. You know, Humbale, Zambala, Ahuma, Ahuma. Y'all know what guy I'm talking about. It's all been documented, right? But Jimmy was about winning, and it was the main thing. And I think, believe it or not, people refuse to understand this right here. It was necessary, because Jimmy wasn't all the way perfect himself, and Jerry, we know that he wasn't all the way perfect, and there was a perfect match of a marriage between them two. It was needed because Jimmy knew how to check Jerry and Jerry knew how to check Jimmy, but it was always an ongoing thing, which was great because they knew each other before the fame. Y'all get what I'm saying? They knew each other before the fame, and he could talk to him. But now, when it's Jerry have the upper hand over Barry to a degree, right? Because even Barry like, y'all get this stuff together. And then once that ended, Barry had the upper hand over Chan Gailey. Jerry had the upper hand over Chan Gailey. Jerry had the upper hand over Dave Campo. Jerry had some frictions again with Bill Parcells, and Bill Parcells said, I'm done with this. I can't take this no more. I told you we didn't need Terrell Owens. And even though Parcells was stubborn to a degree, I'm to this day will say that we would have had a trophy if he'd have gave us 1 more years, or at least 1 to 2 more years, we would have had at least a trophy. But Jerry likes to have the upper hands, and we know what Jerry did to Wade Phillips, to a degree, Jason Garrett, Big Mike McCarthy, and now it's Shoddy. Shoddy, to this point, giving Jerry a small little resistance. But it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, in my opinion, because Jerry still cast a bigger shadow over Shoddy. But our only hope would be is that Shoddy surrounded himself with real football coaches. Your boy, Mike McCarthy, didn't do that. He had Scott Tolzien, Lean Kazine. He had Scott McCurley's. He had Jeff Blasco's, and he was forced to have Kellen Moore. But hopefully, if you come through this coaching staff, you don't see that much or that many weak spots. Y'all get what I'm saying? Yeah. Matt Batten says Bill Parcells and Jimmy Johnson wasn't those guys. Yeah. All right, I got another caller that's in the building, my brother from another mother, Brandon Ross. You're live, man. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Can you hear me loud?
I can hear you, man. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all can hear Brandon. Good,
I'm
but
driving,
you sound good to me. Where you driving, man?
I'm driving. I'm headed to work, man. I'm headed to the money. But anyway, I want to address something really quick, Lau. I want to address Penny Grant. If you don't know who Penny Grant is, I think Lau called him 100,000 pennies or something. So we gonna call him Penny Grant. Now, Penny Grant, you okay, but watch yourself. Be original at least. Stop, once was said, please stay off the TIP of mine. Please, bro.
You crazy.
Please. I'm just saying, please, bro. Like, I'm from Memphis, so like you should already know I'm about this. So let it go. About this, like I was saying yesterday, I didn't want to make it a Dak led topic. All I was just saying, when Dak had talent, he didn't do a damn thing with it. But look, it's it's a new season. I think we got a chance if we're gonna lock up Michael Parsons and everybody, assuming Michael Parsons is their law. I truly believe we got a chance. I just do not like. Last year, you did not. I'm a state this for a fact. Law did not one time say anything about the formula. So I would love for Law to stay right. I would love for Law to stay right now that he will always reference the formula when it comes to the Cowboys offense. That's all I want.
Okay.
And that's all I want, Law.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna. I just want remember, like let's. When we get out into all them MVP discussions, because our offense is gonna be pretty good. Yesterday I heard somebody say our running back situation was not that great. We don't have no names, but let's give it a chance. We got number ones on the outside. Let's at least allow let's let it play out. Let's see what they can do. Like that's what I'm with the run game. So, but with the defense, I told you yesterday, I think we're going to be top 10. So I do think we got a chance. I want to be optimistic. I don't want to, I don't want to try to be hard, tough on Dak right now. But I will. It's coming. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get there. Shout out to Law Nation. And also before I go, you will never see Penny Grand on here. You will never see VIP Plus on here because they don't never. I'm gonna leave Penny Grand out of it. VIP do not want y'all to see his rack shack. So how about them Cowboys? Shout out to Law Nation, man. Hey, I'm Brandon Ross, man. I do approve this message.
All right, that's Brandon Ross, man, with his statement, man. More so of a statement on the Cowboys and what happened yesterday. Hope you get to your work job, man, safely, and DC for life. Shout out to Brandon Ross calling in. Hey, I can always depend on him calling in, though. Shout out to him. Cowboy Nation, do y'all have any rebuttal to my guy before he get on up out of here? All I can say is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell it all. I can't wait to see what the unknowns with the running back group look like. Ultimately, I can't wait to see what Dak look like. Dak, this year, going into his 10th season, something like that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for anyone to say, hey, man, he don't have any weapons. And I know that one thing I'm going to say, though, with Brandon, hold on. One thing I'm going to say, though, with Brandon. Hold on, let me bring you back up for this one thing. Hold on, it was one thing I'm going to say, though, Brandon, while you're on your way to work.
I'm on my way.
You said that you're not going to judge Dak Prescott what he do in the regular season. That's what you've been saying for the last 3-4 years, right? It's all about what he do in the postseason. So I don't want to hear any critique that much from my guy Dak Prescott until he get to the postseason, right? Whether it's good or bad.
Unless he throw, have one of them 3-4 interception games, I gotta talk about it. Unless he but I agree with you, Law. I agree with you.
Okay. I just want to make sure because we judging what he, huh?
No, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying we judging this brother based off of what he can do in the postseason, and that's what I'm waiting to see from Dak Prescott this season. I know for sure. I get it. I want people to say the Cowboys are only a 3-win team. I embrace the fact that the Cowboys are equipped to having Dak Prescott, who's a $60 million quarterback that's ranked 79th amongst all of the top 100. I love it because when we win, I'm going to say the 79th quarterback beat that ass, right? And when we win, I'm going to say a 3-win team done won more than 3 games. So that's all I'm going to say, bro. And you know how I'm going to have them be ready for all of this. I got all the energy for it.
Can I rebuttal to something?
Rebuttal.
Yeah, also, yes, I'm going to respond to what you said, but also yesterday it was said that if Penny Grand said if Dak made it to the Super Bowl and lost, that let me tell you something. If Dak Prescott made it to the Super Bowl, unless he had a stinker of a game, I would not criticize Dak whatsoever. Please, Penny Grant, watch your mouth. Now, back to what you just said. Look, I want Dak to win, but there is a formula, that is a proven 10-year method how to win with Dak Prescott. I just want y'all to stick to some type of standard with him. Please, that's all I'm asking. Well, and for once, when we do get to the playoffs, he must deliver if we make it to the playoffs. Do you agree?
I mean, come on, but I need some help though. I need some extra help.
Then look, y'all so pathetic. You Dak fans so pathetic. I heard a dude on the call yesterday after I left talking about, he had to overcome his mother passing away. Yeah. Bro, my God, are we playing football? Is this he got the Walter Payton Man of the Year? Goddamn. Law even said it was one guy that held up a trophy at the Super Bowl when he got there. So man, miss me with look. I'm never gonna play with somebody's dead parents. That man, he was feeling something, and it was going on through the season. But damn it, everybody else do too. So, bro, like me, emotional stuff. I'm only talking about football, and he must deliver in the playoffs. That's
All right, man. We'll see how all of it works out, man. But Dak's still better than Hurts, man. I appreciate you for calling in, though.
Shout out to Penny Graham.
Appreciate you, dog. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Boy, I'm going to get him a Hurts jersey, man, before it's over with. Yes, indeed. How y'all doing? Somebody said Sonic Bubble. All right, so somebody else going to have to get in here unless my guy – look, he's still talking. Wait a minute, what you still talking? You still talking? No, nobody else want to jump in. It's only you and I, and somebody else jump in.
You wanted to join their front office yesterday, but now I need a jersey.
Come on.
I've been calling on this show for at least 6 years straight. Come on, don't do that, Law.
Hey, come on, man. You said out of your mouth to everybody ears over here that Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott.
Law, I'm only telling you what God loves. Now, Law, now, before you hang up on me again, I've heard some of the wildest things being said on this show. I heard Coach Marv say Noah Brown is Chris Carter.
Yeah.
But I'm the bad guy for saying 2 and 5 Dax must deliver in the freaking playoffs. But you love Coach Marv. How about them Cowboys?
But I gave Coach Marv some heat that day, though. I remember I gave Coach Marv that heat because Coach Marv also said that we don't need a DK Metcalf, that Michael Gallup is just as serviceable. And I was like, nah, Coach Marv. But I appreciate you for calling in, Brandon. Appreciate you. Yeah, Brandon boy. I got from the Basement Boys. I'm talking about Hood Quavius Cushion, brought to you by RogueShop. Because I got to bring RogueShop in when I bring Hood Quavius Cushion in the building, man. You can't come on camera. You know what? You can't come on to the camera. What's good with you, Hood Quavius?
Oh, man, I don't know what's up with this camera, man. I'm on my phone. Like, normally I'll be on my computer, but I'm on my phone, man. This is bullish. It is what it is. We're going to chat face to face or visual to visual at some point. But
but next time slap a logo or something up there. You just got a plant, a tree or something, Hood Quavius.
Like, I don't know what's up with this joint, man. That's disheartening because I really wanted to face to face talk to motherfuckers. But about this whole Dak Prescott thing, man. We passing judgment on a man who is a half a season away from breaking every major Cowboy record other than Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I understand. 2 and 5 in the playoffs, but you make it sound like it was just him.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue with that. I understand. 2 and 5 in the playoffs. I 100% get it. Got to play better.
Mm-hmm. Yep, got to play better, man. Got to.
That's the problem. It's not just Dak. Has he had his flaws? Has he had his games where he wasn't the reason why we were winning? Yeah, of course. Everybody's had blame somewhere along the way. But to make it sound like his 2 and 5 is relegated just to him, that's crazy. Just like his second playoff win against the Bucks, it wasn't just him. Israel Mukuamu was playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? CD was playing out of his mind. Michael Parsons got 2 sacks or a sack and a half or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody played together. So
it's a team sport. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not, but at the same time, Brett Maher couldn't make a kick.
Yeah.
And we still won in spite of that. So, like, we're not going to make – I understand the 2 and 5 in the –
Yep. You still there? They got you, bro. All right, at least I put a plant up there for you, bro.
But like, we can look across
it ain't the kind you roll, but it's a plant, But I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna switch over to someone else. Thank you so much for calling in and being part of these conversations, man. Thank you.
You already know, bro. I'm always up for it.
No doubt, man. All right, so we had little technical difficulties, but from one, this could also be brought to you by RogueShop. I got my brother from another mother. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with us. I got smoke one for you. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man. Brought to you by
Law,
RogueShop, by the way. Come on with it.
law, what's up, brother?
Not much, man. What you got for
Hey,
me, man? You sent me
gotta
something.
I gotta give a couple of facts real quick, bro.
Okay.
Like this man talking about that stop throwing multiple damn picks and stuff, bro. He done had 3 in 9 years, bro. He done had 3 picks in 3 games in 9 years. Bruh. Y'all dudes and this crap talking about that interception. All right, I'll tell you what. You want to do some research? Go look at Cam Newton's little stats about his interceptions, bro. That dude threw more interceptions than anybody almost in the whole league. Go look at Eli Manning's stats. He was the king of interceptions. Hey, go look at Peyton Manning's stats. We gonna keep on and on about this crap, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Okay? Just stop it. Interceptions don't mean nothing, man. It don't mean nothing, bro. You talk about pride about a team. You want to get out there and show them that you are about it, go outside, kick some butt, and stop doing all this stupid ass talking, bro. It's stupid, man. Stop this damn narrative. That's a dumb narrative that the 3-letter and the 4-letter networks have put in everybody's head. And y'all done stuck with it and ran with it. That's silly, man. It's silly. Straight up, bro. You need to stop doing that, man.
So you do you want to debate him because he's still waiting? He's still driving. You want to talk to him?
Man, Brandon, I can debate Bannon all damn day, bro. It ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal, bro.
Battle Royale. You know, I got on the stage Brandon Ross versus Smoke One for you on the topic, man. What you got for him, man?
Brandon, go ahead, brother.
Let me say this first. How you doing, sir?
All right, bro. Go ahead, man.
You just got on a big national broadcast, a big broadcast. This is a big broadcast, and saying interceptions don't matter. Brother, what I want you to do right now is unplug your Wi-Fi and just hang up. Please, just hang up. Because anything you have to say after that is null and void. Law, please let this man know his interceptions not important. Like, throwing interceptions in the playoffs. Like, damn it, like, that don't matter?
No, it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Let me tell you why it don't matter. Let me tell you why it don't matter, bro. All right, let me tell you why it don't matter, okay? Your boy just last year, Mahomes was throwing interceptions left and right. You know who was saving him the whole time? Almost the whole damn year. You know who was saving him? That damn defense. You better have a damn defense. If you're going to keep throwing those damn interceptions, you better have a defense to stop all that damn crap. And we don't have that right now. That's a problem, okay? Eli Manning was throwing interceptions left and right, but that damn defense was stopping everything. You got to stop it, bro. You got to have a defense to stop that damn interception play. So you say, that man don't have an interception plague? Where's the interception plague at? Besides the playoffs, 2 interceptions don't mean nothing as you got a defense.
May I rebuttal, sir? I agree with what you're saying, sir.
Yeah.
Two things can be true. Now, when your defense led the league in turnovers 3 straight years in a row, what did your quarterback do in the process? I like, please don't take all day.
What you mean what our quarterback did, bro? Have you seen our defensive coordinator damn calls? You didn't watch the game versus Green Bay? That man didn't call that damn shit like that the whole year. Are you serious? Huh? Hey, bro. Okay. All the games we done lost. You gonna sit there and say that problem the whole time? That was Dak's problem? The San Fran game. The first interception to Gallup. He didn't turn around, go get the ball and attack it. He did not do that. The second one, when CeeDee Lamb was trying to go do their little go route and his choice route bullcrap, he went the wrong fucking way because the other side was wide hell open. What are you talking about, bro?
Mr. Smoke, you must haven't been on this big broadcast for a while. We've already walked down memory lane on that. That game was absolutely that close.
You wanted an example. I gave you an example. Brandon. That's the example. That man can throw picks all damn day. But if your damn defense ain't stopping nobody, it ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work, bro.
I mean, look. At some point, we're gonna have to act Dak Prescott to do something other than just be there. When your coach said we had nervous players on the field, he wasn't talking about anybody on the practice squad. He was talking about one of his big stars. I think he was talking about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott cannot continue to make the same exact mistakes. Just put on any of the last 3-4 playoffs and tell me how the game ends, how the game looks, how the game starts. It all looks the same. So it was Jason Garrett, it was Kellen Moore, it was Mike McCarthy. Who else do you guys want to blame?
Okay. Brandon, listen, Brandon. Okay, the whole time, all right, name 2016. What happened in 2016? Tell me, let's go. You gonna blame on that? I'll wait. 2016, let's wait. I want to hear it. The game versus the fucking Rams. You want to blame on Dak Prescott? I'll wait on that one. Bro. Okay? I only game I'll blame on Dak is the San Francisco motherfucking game, and that's fucking it. All the other motherfucking games, you can't blame it all on damn Dak. It's a collective ass damn game. Most of those goddamn dudes did not do their damn job, and that's the damn fact. You can't blame it on one dude. That's impossible. You can't blame it on one person, bro. Hey, have you ever heard a team? You ever heard a team game blame it on one person? You ever heard one team blame it on one person for the whole team's fuck up?
Mr. Smoke, I want you to tell me the scores of those San Fran games. Before that Green Bay Packers game got out of hand because Dak was just wetting the fucking bed everywhere. Tell me the score of the game. Like
Dak wet the bed with a sorry damn running wide receiver that can't make a damn route. He only pass out blaming on is that one for CD. That's about it. Other than that, I don't blame that shit on him.
I'm building the plane as we fly. Y'all keep talking, man. I'm building the plane over here. Come on, keep going.
I don't even blame it on him like that.
Sir, the NFL isn't make it take it. Your offense do have a chance to get back on the field and score. Before the game got out of hand, before halftime, sir, I asked you a simple question. I don't know why you can't. Your internet going in and out of something. Maybe it's mine. I said, what was the score before half, before Dak just started pissing everywhere?
The score was 27 or 28-7 at halftime.
So what?
Your defense gave up 21 points, homeboy. Your defense did. Now, what are you talking about?
So hold on. Our defense gave up 21 points. Our offense.
Your defense gave up 7 points the first part of their drive.
Our quarterback gave up 7 points. He only scored 7 points. Now let's go back to San Francisco. Sir, what was the score of their first game? What was the end score? What was the
12-15. 12-15.
I think it was 16-19, but it was.
No, it was like 12-14, 15, maybe 17. Who knows?
It was.
We could have won that game.
It was right. What the hell did your quarterback do? I don't want to hear nothing about defense.
Name your wide receivers that game. Name your wide receivers. We had no running back and our line wasn't blocking. What the fuck you talking about, homie?
I'm glad.
What are you talking about?
I'm glad you asked me what was the name of our receivers. We had Amari Cooper. We had CD.
In what game?
We had Michael Gallup. In San Francisco. Law, is this a lie? Law, am I lying? Am I making this up?
I'm building the plane as we fly. I'm sitting. I gotta make it look good. Gotta make it look good, man. Y'all put a 2 in the audio check. Put a 2 in the box if this. I can't talk today. If this overlay look good.
Hey, Lodge, appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the score.
I just made an overlay, man. So y'all let me know if the overlay look good, Cowboy Nation.
Man, for y'all to keep blaming this one guy. Y'all have no idea what the situation he's dealing with, bro. None.
Smoke, Mr. Smoke, I will give you this.
All right, go ahead, give it, Brandon.
If we given a percentage of like who's to blame in the 10 years of Dak, I would give Dak 96%, and I would give the defense, the organization, the coaching staff 4% blame. He gets 96.
Lord, just go ahead and cut him off, bro, because he is really tripping right now. Hey, cut him off, man. Hey, I mean, I'm done talking to this dude, dog. You gotta just tell mine.
It took me a minute to build this overlay, man. Y'all let me know. Overlay on a scale of 1 to 10. Y'all like the overlay?
90%. Okay, Brandon.
You got on
Okay.
here. You got on here and had the audacity to say interceptions don't matter, sir. Anything else you said?
They don't. If your damn defense supposed to do their job, what are you talking about? Interception won't matter. They gonna do their job.
If you giving the game away, what the hell? Like your defense
You
only
ain't
got so
giving the
many
game,
snaps in
bruh.
them.
You are not giving the game away if you have a defense that can make a stop. That was the problem. We didn't have a defense to make a stop, bruh.
All right, so let's do the voting thing. Let's do the voting thing. On a score of 1 to 100, what do you guys give Smoke One for you? And then on a score of 1 to 100, what do you guys giving Brandon Ross on this topic before we depart?
By the way, me and Brandon are good. We good people, man. We like to debate. We good people. I just like to debate with Brandon. Brandon, my boy now. He be good.
No. I wouldn't give you that, Smoke.
Smoke. Here's a super
Brandon,
chat from
I give you
DP.
I give you some points, homie.
Darren
I give you some
Posey,
points.
$5. Smoke Law, what you think? Law, I am building a plane in the air, loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly crying,
Hey, I
loudly
appreciate the
crying.
debate, though, Brandon.
Yeah,
appreciate
man,
the debate, though.
I love the debate shows,
It's all
man. I
love, man.
embrace
We
debates,
family.
man. As long as y'all don't take it personal, man, and try to find each other, man.
No, never, man. I love all Cowboys fans. I love all Cowboys fans, man. Me and Brandon, the guy hash it out. We love each other, man. We good.
Yes, indeed. We got to always hash it out this way, man. It's the best one.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
all
Yes,
of
sir.
y'all for jumping in and being part of these conversations. Anybody else, man, that want to jump on it? Smoke, do you have anything else?
Want this smoke?
What's that?
Want this? I done knocked everybody out. VIP.
Oh, my God.
Look. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this because Law know this is true. We used to have a lady on here named Lady Jessica. She used to call in and talk crazy about me. I never said nothing to her. One day, Law, I guess Law didn't read her little thing, her little words or whatever, and she said, "Hey, I will never come back. I will never spend any more money here." Man, people talk crazy to me. People say the craziest things on here. I'm always here. So pull up when y'all ready and stop ducking me.
Hey, he said he's standing on business, though. Anybody
standing
that
on
want,
business.
Look. I think Daniel want to talk to you, Ross, and I'm gonna let you go right quick, Smoke, and I'm gonna put Daniel.
All right, hey,
up,
I'll hit you back later, Law. I'm going to keep on watching,
though,
though, brother.
in the lobby area, man. Let me get Daniel up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Daniel, man, what's good with you, man? You got something for Brandon?
Brandon, bro, I need to tell you something about this whole Dak thing. Do you really need? Okay, let me ask you this: is Dak Prescott a top 10 quarterback?
Is he a top what quarterback?
Is he a top 10 quarterback? Is he a top 10?
He is not.
Really?
He is not.
Really?
He is not.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Did Dak have the weapons?
Last year?
Did he have the weapons last year? Yes or no? Did he have it?
No, sir.
No. But you know why? Because that year they let McCarthy fail. That year.
Agreed. I don't disagree with you, sir. But Dak Prescott has been here 10 years, sir, not just one.
Right. I understand that. Dak has been here since 2016, and yet we keep giving him the blame. But yet it's not all on him. It's basically some of it on the defense. Right or wrong?
Sir, I gave them 4% of the blame, sir.
Right. And I do think that most of the blame goes to the front office. Would you agree to that?
If I'm being absolute, the front office is terrible. Like the front office is terrible. Like with what they said, we don't care about winning. They
right. Exactly. Exactly.
But can I ask you a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Has Dak had talent in the past?
I mean, Dak has had everything.
So what
did he do with it, sir? I just want somebody to answer that question for me. What did he do with it?
I really do think that. I really do think that with Dak, he makes the bad interception.
All right, so Daniel, before you go any further, we got some requests for Brandon Ross. They said name the 9 or name the 10 quarterbacks that's better than Dak right now. And on top of that, Iceberg Q saying $4.99 in for your mind. He says, Brandon, can you name any good performance that Dak Prescott had?
Before I get to the 10 quarterbacks, Dak has had great. That game against Pittsburgh is, man, I love that. That's when I was in love with Dak. But
You talking about 2016 or last year?
I'm talking about Dez Bryant.
Oh, snap. Damn, man, you going to rookie year. But go ahead.
My point is, Dak has had some great games. But Dak has had some games where you like, bro, like, I bring this game up all the time, and I want to bring it up right now. We were playing the Washington football team. Michael Parsons was having the game of his life. The game of his life. I want somebody to please say they remember this game. Dak Prescott did everything in his power to give that game away. I need somebody. Blah, do you remember this game?
What game?
This was we had Randy Gregory. This was I believe Michael Parsons' first year. We were playing on Washington. Anyways, y'all figure that game out. Dak Prescott did everything in his power. To me, that game signifies who Dak Prescott is. He makes good plays, but when it's time, when it matters, when you need somebody to step up, when you need a man to lead the house, Dak Prescott is in the basement somewhere trying to find cookies. No.
Okay.
10 quarterbacks that are better than Dak Prescott. We got Mahomes, you got Lamar, you got Josh, you got Joe, you got Jalen, you got Matt Stafford, you got I'm not saying after this, I'm not saying it's in any order. You got Justin Herbert, who I believe is better. You got
Justin Herbert better than Dak?
You're right. Justin Herbert is not better than Dak.
Justin Herbert is garbage.
I apologize. Justin Herbert is absolutely garbage. But I don't think he's better. I'm not even gonna argue that. How many is that, Law? How many? I think I got 7.
You got 7, I think.
Man, that echo killing us, man. But keep going.
Hold on.
It must be on my end. Y'all make sure. I'm going to count to 10. 5,
Can you hear me, Law?
4, 3, 2. Is the echo still there, Cowboy Nation? Because I get a bad echo on my end. Y'all let me know if the echo's still there. And I hear you struggling, man. You struggling talking to them doggone top quarterbacks, bro. You struggling.
Brandon, can I give you my top 10 quarterback list?
No.
Can I give? Are you through with yours?
Go ahead, because I'm at work, so my internet.
Okay. You want to know my top 10 quarterback list for this year? I got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, and Baker Mayfield. That's my top 10 quarterbacks for this year.
Based off of last season, I guess, not total body of work, right?
Well, I'm going it by this year only.
Okay,
I'm going
into this year. I feel you on
going
that.
into this year. Going into this year.
I also think Jaden Daniels is better than Dak Prescott.
Right. That's why I had Jaden Daniels over Dak, because he won a championship game last year.
I think Dak is anywhere between 11 and 15, wherever you want it, because Dak Prescott is a lot of like some of these other mediocre quarterbacks. Like, so look, Dak ain't that guy. Like that, and tell me when was Dak's last playoff win? Like, what year was that?
The last playoff win that Dak had was the wild card game against the Bucks. And how many touchdowns did he?
How old was the quarterback?
We retired Tom Brady. Come on, we retired his butt. We retired him.
Yeah, that's a fair
point. We retired him. and we've been retired since, I guess.
But no, you got to understand, to add context in, that year, earlier part of that season, right, we lost to the Bucks, broke his thumb in that game. They said Dak would never beat Tom Brady and this team. And then all of a sudden at the end of the year, we beat him. And then they say, oh, man, he's too old. That's the reason why I beat him. So I guess he aged like bananas on top of the refrigerator less than a full year. That's crazy, bro.
So, Brandon, let me ask
they win.
That's what happens when you're 43. From what I hear, I don't know. I'm not 43.
So, Brandon, you think Jared Goff is better than Dak? You honestly think that Jared Goff is better than Dak?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, there's no way that he's better than him.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Jared Goff has resurrected a terrible franchise. I'm not saying by himself, but he's been a part of it. He's been you cannot say that Jared Goff hasn't been a damn good quarterback since being with Detroit. We're not even gonna count St. Louis when he was with St. Louis, LA, or whatever you want to call them, because he took them to the Super Bowl. So I'm not even gonna count that. I'm gonna just talk about since he's been with Detroit. He's been better. Sorry to tell you that.
Well, like I said,
Quavius, man, circling back, man. Let me bring him into the stage.
What I'm saying is that you can't just say that Jared Goff is better than Dak. That's inaccurate. I'm just.
Can I chime in real quick, Daniel, Brandon, how y'all doing? Can I chime in?
What's good, Hoodie?
Okay. I've heard a lot of nonsensical arguments going on here. Okay. If you want to say Dak is top 10, top 15, fine. You got it. Whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whatever floats you. But let's go back through our timeline. So since nobody wants to actually look at context and facts, let's go back through our timeline. Okay. We were down 28. No, I think we were down because they won by 2. I believe they did. We were down. Dak Prescott had the ball last. He drove down the field in his first playoff game when we were 13-3 on Dak's arm. And all we had was we didn't really have much.
You talking about the game where he lost track of time?
I said 26. I need you to listen.
What did you say?
I need you to listen. Walk with me now.
Go ahead.
2016.
Okay. Go ahead.
We were. Thank you.
You talk about you going all the way back to year one.
Now.
Go ahead.
Hold on now. Let me get through this.
Go ahead.
2016. I'm counting down all 7 playoff games. Okay. We had an opportunity to go to, and this was we were number 1 seed. We had the first round bye. We were playing in a divisional game, not the division, not the NFC Championship, the divisional game where we had an opportunity to go to the NFC Championship. Dak, who took us to the playoffs at 13-3. Everybody gives Zeke the credit. It's a team sport. So yeah, the team got us to the playoffs 13-3. Okay. Dak makes a heroic stand to go down the field and march down the field on the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers and put us up. If it weren't for the defense giving up a big play, which got them in field goal range, where Crosby decided he wanted to hit a miraculous field goal, we'd have went to the NFC Championship on Dak's arm. Okay. On Dak's arm. 2017. Okay. We're playing in a wild card game.
Mm-hmm.
Dak, on Dak's arm, he brings us back against the Rams, even though we gave up the tune of over 277 rush yards. Remember, we couldn't stop.
What was the score of that game?
Stop. Let me finish. Walk with me. I've heard you this entire time.
Make sure you tell the complete story.
Let me finish. I gave you the respect this entire time. Let me finish. So 2017, we go and play the Rams. Not only does the defense give up the tune of 277 rushing yards to 2 running backs, one being Todd Gurley, Dak didn't. I think he threw an interception that game early, but yet still had the wherewithal to bring us back. We didn't lose by much. We just got gashed. We couldn't get the offense on the field because the defense gave up the tune of 277 yards. So in essence, Dak and Jared Goff are pretty much the same guy. pretty much the same guy. Okay. Now, 2018, we go and we beat. No, it wasn't 2018. Yes, it was 2018. 2018, we go and beat the Seattle Seahawks. We go and punch on the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
We lost. We lost the game after that. That wasn't on Dak. That was not on Dak Prescott. 2020, he breaks his leg. 2021, let's fast forward a bit. Did we go to the playoffs that year? No, I think we went 8-8. No, we went to the playoffs that year. We went to the playoffs that year, and we had to play San Francisco in the first round. We had to play San Francisco in the first round. The score was 19-12. That's where Dak lost track of time. Fine. If you want to penalize the guy who's trying to make a play in order for us to actually get a score,
Quentin Warner, $10.
Bad clock
Dr.
management
Q.
all around.
Brandon, the
on
issue
chat.
we have
Super
had from a
chat.
team perspective is
Dr.
offense
Q
and
got a
defense has
super
not
chat
been
in
on
here,
one
and I'm gonna read
accord.
it out in a few
Also,
seconds.
how can you put a second-year QB ahead of Doc?
He says,
Makes
Dr.
no
Q,
sense.
Brandon, he says, this is to you. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. He said, this issue we have had for a team for perspective is offense and defense has not been on the same page, basically. Also, how can we put a second-year quarterback ahead of Dak? Makes no sense. So he's talking about Jaden Daniels. And I get it because Daniel said that Jaden Daniels is ahead of Dak on that top 10 list, and he was basing it off of what he did his first year or what have you. So I would say this, though, with Jaden Daniels, he's got a great rapport. He got good delivery of the ball. He can run. He can evade.
Loud Nation would take him right now.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that Jaden Daniels, I just give him his flowers now because I would want the same for my quarterback. But let's see how the end of this year look for Jaden Daniels now that the tape is caught up on him. If Jaden Daniels can repeat what he did last season, then lo and behold, he is better than Dak. If he can do that, far as from what that ranking is, if he can repeat what he did. But keep going, y'all.
Okay, where was I at? I was at 2021, correct? I was at 2021.
Hold on. Let me say this to Dr. Q. I agree with Dr. Q, but like, hey, we this is a quarterback league. We got to stop whining about spilled milk. What the hell is Dak doing? Like
that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You're
no.
Throwing
game stealing interceptions, throwing over the middle interceptions 2 years in a row to the same players, to the same team. That irks my nerves. I don't want to just get there. Y'all like pretty girls that sleep on air mattresses. Like, my God, have some standards.
My chick was
It's
377,
okay.
bro.
Hold him to a standard. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, don't call him the almost MVP and then a year later, oh, now it's about the formula. Like, just come on. He won. He got 2 playoff wins in 10 years. I don't care about what some other quarterback did on some other team. I don't care about Cam Newton. I don't care about Jalen Hurts. I support them brothers, but they don't play for the Cowboys.
I'm not talking about another
Dak
quarterback.
Prescott has won 2 playoff games in 10 years. Like, damn.
I'm not talking about another
do y'all want to win? Like, y'all Dak Prescott fans. Okay.
The only way you win in this league, you saw the only way you win in this league. 4 years straight. A complete team. Patrick Mahomes didn't do it by himself. Travis Kelce has to run the perfect route. Xavier Worthy has to run the perfect route. Juju Smith-Schuster has to run the perfect route. If you can't run the perfect route for your quarterback, if you can't be quarterback friendly, you said it yourself, it's a quarterback league. So if you cannot be quarterback friendly, there's going to be an issue. We never had 2 things that made sense on this team. One, I heard you say that we're talking about a defense that led the league in turnovers. Well, none of those turnovers came in the playoffs. Not near one of those turnovers came in the playoffs. You're talking about.
I think we lost Brandon. Appreciate you for calling in, though, Brandon. Daniel, you back on stage, bro.
This goes for you too.
You have here for my guy Cushington.
This goes for you too.
Hoodie, what's going on, man?
What's going on with you? But you said some nonsensical things too. Okay,
right?
Wait a minute. The Cushington is after everybody.
Hoodie,
I got things for everybody. Go ahead. Go.
Hoodie, do you think that Goff is better than Dak? Do you think that he's better than him? No, he's not. Do you know why? Because Dak has a better arm than Goff.
It's not about arm talent. It's not about just if that's the case, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Milton should be at the top of the list if we're talking about arm talent.
Come on, Joe Milton is a backup though. Joe Milton's a backup.
Look at his arm. He has an elite arm. Is he accurate? No.
No, he's not.
He has elite arm strength. Is Josh Allen accurate? Josh Allen is elite. That's why I put him number 2. No, that's not what I asked you. Is Josh Allen accurate?
It started off Josh Allen.
At times he is.
But now Josh Allen has become a more accurate quarterback, though.
Multiple years in interceptions. He's not accurate. He's not accurate. Is Lamar Jackson accurate?
No, because Lamar's a runner. Lamar is a runner.
Look, there is no caveat to this. There is no caveat to this. Arm talent is one thing. I personally believe the quarterback position should be played cerebrally. Dak Prescott is one of the best, if not left in this league, one of the best cerebral quarterbacks, bro.
Do you think he's top 5?
Huh?
Do you think Dak is top 5?
I mean, it's not like he hasn't shown it. And if you look at it statistically,
hold on a minute. So in 2023, he was the runner-up behind Brock Purdy, right or wrong? He was the runner-up.
No, he was not the runner-up behind Brock Purdy.
I thought Brock Purdy won the MVP that year.
No, not even close.
Brock Purdy.
Not even close. That was Lamar Jackson.
Oh, it was Lamar. Okay.
Yeah, Lamar.
Yeah. Because Dak had way better statistical numbers, and he was the reason for 2023.
Yeah.
For us to the playoffs.
And we had weapons in 23. We had weapons.
We said, like I said before, we may have had defenses that led the league in turnovers and takeaways over a 3-year span under Dan Quinn.
Right.
Just like everybody's saying, oh, well, Dak does well in the regular season. What does he do in the playoffs? Well, guess what? Dan Quinn's defenses do well in the regular season. What do they do in the playoffs? We had them for 3 years.
All right, so let's recenter. What is the debate between y'all two, Daniel and Hoodie? What's your debate right now?
Go ahead. I was gonna ask you about this, and I asked Law about this earlier today about the Micah situation. Let me ask you this: does he get paid?
I don't see why not.
Well, here's the reason why. I've had this debate with Law, and Law, you can chime in on this if you want to.
Okay.
I really think that Micah's going to get paid. The reason why I think he's going to get paid is because Jerry's in his own feelings, right or wrong. Jerry's in his own feelings.
We all know that. Like, that's written on the wall.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a contract.
Anytime a reporter can ask you what's stopping you from signing Micah Parsons, and you say
nothing.
So that tells me the only thing stopping you is you.
Right.
Yeah, it's him, yeah.
So let me give you a contract offer. I'm going to offer Micah 5 years for $205 million. I'm going to give you $45 million guaranteed, and I'm going to give you $123 million for bonus money.
If I'm Micah Parsons, I would have signed for 35.
Let me
tell you why.
We said guarantees. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Keep talking while you're saying that, because
you think you want to offer Micah 35 million?
You missed what I'm saying. If I was Micah, I would have signed for 35.
I would too.
That's what I wanted to do last season. That's what the price would have been last season if you'd have jumped on it. He was he said it himself. Now, me and another guy had a debate. You know what I'm saying? He thinks Jerry was just trying to be cheap. I say it was Jerry holding Micah's feet to the fire by Micah saying, "Oh, I don't have to be a $40 million dude. I'll take less if it means. Listen to the caveat.
Right.
I'll take less if it means we get players
Quentin Warner,
around me.
$5.
So that way,
Fact.
I don't have
My
to get
only
doubled
issue with
and
Doc
triple
are the
teamed all
moments.
the time.
He's
That's
really
not
only played 7 years,
Those were
not
his
9.
words.
Right. So Daniel, what was your guaranteed on Michael Parsons' contract?
I said $45 million guaranteed.
No, because Myles Garrett signed a 4-year, $160, and he's about 4 to 5 years older, and his guaranteed money is $123 million.
He did say
real contract.
Per year. I was. Okay. It was the per year because
the real contract is always the guarantees money. So
right.
Parsons either going to get 123 or more. As far as
I was
guarantees,
going to say 123. That's what I was going to say is 123.
123. Okay, good. I just had to make sure because you said at $40 million, the guarantees got to be higher. That's what the contract is going to be debated at.
Because TJ Watt's at $41 million per year. Isn't here? Is not. TJ Watt.
We know
APY is 41, I believe. Is that right? Yeah.
No, I think he's a little under. I think he's like 40 point.
Give me a couple seconds and I'll be able to pull it up.
But do you think Micah's going to get paid more than TJ Watt?
Yes.
I mean, that's the market.
It's the market.
It's the same conversation we just had last season about Dak Prescott. This is what made $60 million the mark. This is what made it. Jordan Love, 55 or 56. Trevor Lawrence, 56. What has Trevor Lawrence? If we're going off of quarterback success, what has Trevor Lawrence done besides beat?
Trevor Lawrence hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done anything.
What has Jordan Love done besides beat the Dallas Cowboys with a great stellar defense?
Nothing.
So I got TJ Watt's contract up here. The difference is that TJ got a 3-year deal. Myles Garrett got a 4. Yeah. So even though it's crazy that Myles Garrett money is like crazy up there, TJ Watt's money in principle is more because it's a 3-year deal. And he got a $108 million guarantee. So, so with Parsons, I think that who said the 5-year deal? Was it you?
I was the one that said 5.
That'd probably be the best angle for him because he's younger, and then you can load the you
not just for him.
Go with a 5-year deal with Parsons.
Right.
That will be ways you can escape from all of that heavy.
And I talked about this. I talked about this with my folks too. Yeah. If you give him a 5-year deal, he won't be a free agent until in 5 years,
right?
2030, because he'll be like 31 years old, right? I mean, he'll be like 31, and he's probably not going to get the same money in that year. Like if he hits his 30,
I wouldn't go that far. If you're looking at the trajectory of Michael Parsons, he can get two buku contracts. He can.
Yeah, you can literally put it like this. It's crazy. Who's older, TJ Watt or Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is, I think.
It's Myles Garrett.
Yeah, it's Myles Garrett. Yeah.
TJ is already 30. Myles is 29. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, Myles is 29. Oh, he's my age. Wow. Wow.
If you're looking at it like this, if the Cowboys are smart, they need to do what Michael Irvin said, 10-year thing.
Right.
Do it now.
Or maybe just throw an 8-year contract in there, and then you can get them for 2 waves. And give him a crazy contract. People would look at it crazy now, but if you give him 45 right now with an 8-year contract, you pretty much gotten him even in his age of 30. And if he keeps his same rate up, he could still be in the area of a Myles Garrett and a TJ Watt. And you don't have to re-up.
Can I ask you this though? Do you think it's the void years that's what's being the holdup in all of this, or do you think?
No. Let me tell you what's the holdup.
What's that?
The conversation.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
I think it is too. You know why? Because here's the thing: they had the comfort. They had a handshake deal back at the combine.
Stop. There are no handshake deals in 2025. There hasn't been a handshake deal since the salary cap was implemented.
Yeah.
Okay? There hasn't been any handshake deals. Everybody has an agent. There is an agent for a reason.
Yeah.
If Gary is so willing to work with Deron Bland's agent, work with Dak's agent, work with CD's, what makes Michael Parsons so different?
I agree.
Because I say, hey Mike, hey Mike, I'll give you $200 million. We can just handshake on it and be done. And he says, you know what? That sounds like a good number. Yeah. Let me run it by my agent. Then you get me your feelings. That's a problem.
But why? But here's the thing, though. Why would Micah go straight to his agent if him and Jerry already talked about this?
Because that's what smart people do.
I mean, it is what it is.
If you, so you're telling me, right? If you're a prominent figure in life, right? You're a prominent figure. You're making an excess of 10 million to 50 million a year since say your 20s, right? You don't have an agent to broker deals for you. Everyone has an agent.
Yeah, everyone does. But wait, didn't T. Higgins fire David Mulligetta and he got paid?
Hold on,
he got paid.
Hold on, just because T. Higgins fired his boy, don't mean Micah gonna fire his boy. See,
no, because Micah.
Here's the skinny on T. Higgins. Rocky Arsenal represented my guy Jamar Chase, and they just did an unbelievable deal with that, right? So T. Higgins fires David Mulligetta and hire Rocky Arsenal because he already knows the terrain, and that was influenced by Joe Burrows and Jamar Chase. Now,
moving too slow.
Here's the thing, though, Dan, is that even though he did fire David Mulligetta, that doesn't mean that Rocky Arsenal is any better because he's the same rep and the agent that represented Ezekiel Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott is, if you ask ChatGPT, what are the top 10 worst Cowboys contracts of all time, you will see Rocky Arsenal name down there. You won't see David Mulligetta. So that's all I'm saying is that I think that we got to look at that by T. Higgins firing David Mulligetta as that's just the process of doing business, you know?
For sure.
But here's the thing, Hoodie. I think this Micah thing is just going so overboard. They're going to pay him at some point. And I just think and I think people need to stop stressing over it because we know it's going to get done. We know it is.
What I think people need to stop stressing over is how we look in preseason. I'm not worried about
Mike. Because
both of y'all in closing, though. Both of y'all in closing. Yeah. Final words. In the words of final words. Shout out to my guy.
We all know that Dak is 2-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we all know it's not just on Dak Prescott. So let's stop casting the blame on one dude. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
No doubt.
Well, my closing words is this. I'm telling you this for a fact. The Cowboys are going to be having a good year this year. We may go 11-6. We could go 12-5. But our year is 2026.
Okay.
That's when we'll go.
That's it, man. Appreciate y'all too, man. Thank all of y'all for being part of the show, man. That's great. Good call from everybody, man. That was a real good call. Let me see how my audio is. My audio is crazy since I opened up that StreamYard. It was a great show, man. Let me know if y'all like these type of conversations, man. I was like around the horn, you know. It was like really everything impromptu, though. By the way, I was the soundboard switch guy. I was the visual audio guy. It was everything, baby. But to basically get into this thing the best way possible, I got another guy that want to jump in. You know, I got another guy that want to jump in, and his name is Cam. Whoa, Cam. All right, so let's see if I can find this clip because I'm mad at him a little bit. He talked bad about my team. Let me see if y'all can hear this.
Fortunately, Dallas, this is your year. What? That you're gonna fall short again. Dallas Cowboys ain't even the best team in their division. You gotta see the Philadelphia Gilly. The Philadelphia Eagles twice. The Washington Commanders twice. And Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart twice. So y'all better make sure that number 11 is wearing y'all jersey color. Because if y'all don't get him, I know it's the wrong city in Texas, but Houston, we have a problem. Everybody wants to know this. Which Dak are we going to get? It ain't nothing more irritating than a preseason Dallas Cowboy fan. Golly, man, shut up.
We're sweeping the whole conference.
Shut up.
First team to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl.
Shut up.
Oh, we can get to the Super Bowl.
Shut up.
They put us on Netflix because they're trying to document a Super Bowl run.
Shut up. They fans is a bunch of unks and aunties.
Do you think Jerry Jones being the GM is the issue?
No, the issue is the quarterback, bro.
Oh, my God. See, I was rolling with Cam. I was rolling with him versus Gilly, and now he going to put my quarterback up there. He going to do this to us. He gonna do this to us, But come on, let's listen to the rest of Cam. Oh, Cam.
If they get a quarterback.
Man, you find me a successful team, I will show you a quarterback that's conducive of doing his job to whatever capacity the team needs him to do it. Dak's play over the last 3 years has just been, whoa, what Dak are we going to get? Or you get the opportunity to play for America's team.
All right, so he said the last 3 seasons. Technically, Dak had a bad last year, and we can chalk that up to injuries, undisclosed injuries, a whole bunch of other stuff. And I know I'm sounding like a Dak Prescott stand right now, but I got to give you guys this information. In 2022, he broke his thumb, but he still put up great numbers, by the way. And in 2023, sure, he was a second runner-up. And I know, my guy, Brandon Ross, I get you. You about to say almost close for MVP. But Dak Prescott numbers in the last 2 seasons when he was healthy, his numbers is right there with the MVP. So what we doing with this conversation? But neither here nor there. You can't put in just 1 season and equate that to the last, 3 seasons. And technically, 2021, 2022, 2023, them some good years from a quarterback stat aspect of it, but I'm not finna get into that detail. Let's listen to the rest of what he had to say.
I mean, they got so many TV deals, more than any other franchise known to man. And you doing the bare minimum. Gotta stay healthy, and you gotta produce. You're getting paid top dollar, man. And don't be looking up there in the box, because you know that somebody gonna be asking somebody to wipe his glasses, to get his glasses back. But they don't talk about living up to expectation, and that's what's really important.
Y'all see that?
Unfortunately, Dallas, this is your year.
So living up to expectations. Okay.
What? That you're going to fall short again.
They did that dude wrong. All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, they tried to beat me up over there because I asked ChatGPT a non-biased situation. And I asked ChatGPT, who's the better quarterback between the two? And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is better than Dak Prescott is better than Cam Newton, but I just asked ChatGPT. And let me see if I can put this in so that we can all see or hear. Let's just see it so y'all can hear. Let me see. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Let's see. AI Tisha, I want you to know, can you pull up who is the better quarterback between Dak Prescott and Cam Newton? And let's see what the AI spit out to all of us. Come on with it.
Who is the better quarterback between Dak versus Cam? Dak Prescott. Cam Newton. Here's why Cam had a great peak. 2015 MVP. But if we're talking overall quarterback play, the numbers don't lie. Passing efficiency. Dak has a career passer rating of approximately 98.1, far higher than Cam's approximately 85.2. That's elite territory. Touchdown to interception ratio. Dak's is 2.6 to 1. Cam's, 1.6 to 1. Dak protects the ball and finishes drives. Accuracy. Dak has completed 66% of his passes over his career.
Okay.
Cam, about 60%. Consistency. Dak has never had a season with more interceptions than touchdowns. Cam had multiple. Durability and longevity. Dak's game ages better, less reliant on taking hits, more reliant on reading defenses and delivering accurate throws. Team success. Dak's winning percentage, .623, is higher than Cam's, .546. Cam was a dangerous dual threat weapon, but QB is about making the right reads, protecting the football, and consistently producing. And Dak has been better at that from day one to now. Bottom line, Cam's peak was flashier, but Dak's career is better, cleaner, and more sustainable.
All right, so, hey, that's just what the AI said, so don't put that on me. I'm just saying. Now, granted, I'm saying that Cam Newton, as we can talk about this with Cam Newton and all of this stuff, he was on an unbelievable defensive team. And my argument is with Cam Newton, he kind of opened the bridge to more and more of teams accepting a dual threat quarterback that can run, right? And my whole argument with Gilly was this right here. If you were to insert a prime Cam Newton on that Eagles team last year, of course, they probably would have still won. They probably would have won the Super Bowl. Cam, I think he still have the record for rushing touchdowns from, dare I say, a quarterback, I think with 75 or something like that. So it is for what it is. And AI Tisha, she ain't got nothing. I just typed in, y'all can do the same. Who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Cam Newton, right? Or who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts? And see what it spit out, and it's going to give y'all that. And that's just for what it is. I'm not beating up Cam Newton for having his glow right here with this thing. But if anybody going to talk negative about my team, I'm going to talk. I'm gonna talk about it too. If they're going to make money off of my team, I'm going to make money off of them for making money off of my team. That's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. And Cam always talk nonsense, though. Ice Cold Cowboy, I feel you, fam. I agree. Eagles had a great team last season. That's correct. That's correct. So that's why I don't get even the notion that Gilly getting mad at what Cam said or Cam getting mad at what Gilly said. Because at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts, yeah, he got a Super Bowl, and I can't take that away from Hurts. And the Eagles won last year. We can't take that away from them. Can't take it away from them. But when we start talking better and these sorts of things, it is more to do with a lot of other things, Cowboy Nation. It's ability to deal with the team. And that's why once you get that Super Bowl ring, you can wave around that ring and say, hey, I'm better. Because there's no arguments at that point. And that's the same thing I had to fight through in the 90s, right? When people were talking about the quarterback that plays for America's team versus Jim Kelly or John Elway before he got his rings when he had the yellow teeth at the end. So, yeah, I get all of that. I said the same argument, even though there were other quarterbacks that had better stats than, dare I say, Troy Aikman. But the thing is, being on the side of the argument, now that I'm older and I can see, like, damn, that was kind of hard, right? But being on the side of the argument that Troy Aikman got 3 rings, right? And Jim Kelly has none, and Dan Marino has none. But deep down in your hearts of hearts, you really thought, hey, if Dan Marino was on this team in the 90s, oh, my God, it would have been crazy. But it is for what it is. Football is a total team sport, and sometimes you got to have the coaches. You got to have the weapons. You got to have the philosophy and the system and the scheme to be able to elevate your team. And unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys, we haven't had those resources. We got a guy that runs this team that look for sizzle, look for flash. He said it out of his mouth to y'all ears, and it is for what it is. Energy plug. Peggy, boy, you crazy. If I was that guy that's on that show, now that I know what Peggy means, oh, my God, you had to give me a nickname, man. You got to give me another name. That can't be his government name. And there are some people talking about, hey, them two right there, boy, that's a whole nother conversation. And I ain't coming for him. I'm just saying, it's just crazy that guy name is Peggy. Cowboy Nation, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We had a great show today. I thank everybody, man. If I offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Let's continue to grind to shine. Cowboy Nation, Matt Batten says Cam Newton is a hater. Cam threw for 30 touchdowns once in his career. But what Cam Newton game was is he was a dual threat. He was a dual threat. And we never got a chance to beat him when he lined it up against us, believe it or not. And Law, you know what? QBs would jump on the ball. That's a fact. Smoke one for you. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Milton is similar to Cam. Obviously, not on Cam's level, though. I think Milton got a stronger arm than Cam and a little bit more athletic to a degree. I seen Cam Newton do a frontward flip. But Cam is Cam, right? I'm not beating up Cam. He has 75 rushing touchdowns. I think that's still a record, right? Yeah. Great show. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. I hate that my audio is kind of crazy on my board over here. Hopefully, man, down the future, we can get it fixed. But at the meantime, in the between time, Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind to shine. Thank for all of those who sent super chats in. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you also, Devon, for the Cash App. Thank y'all for y'all support. It's unbelievable. Thank y'all for the streamers. Thank those who jumped on. Daniel, Brandon Ross, Smoke One For You, Thurston Howell III. Appreciate you. And if I left out anybody, I think MJ, he jumped in earlier, right? Appreciate y'all, man. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. Y'all know where I was going with that, but I'm not going to go into details of that. But blessed are those who come in the name of love, hope, and restoration. And I will strike down upon thee with furious anger those who are attempting to poison and destroy thy brother. And I will strike down thee, and you will know thy name is law when I cast my vengeance upon thee. That's one of my favorite movies. I kind of remixed that. But at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view, unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone. Raise voices on to turn those hearts into stone. You see in the beginning, it was brother out, rock with brother, roll with brothers. The forms of life live love and respect for another.
Jose Rodriguez, $19.99. La U Demand, shout out to the nation. DC4L, I still ride with 4.
Ride with 4. Who will say I'll roll with brother? The forms of life live love and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those men you should never call a friend, because they bend the lines around the truth to meet their end. And I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for your support, your love, and adulations. But I got to say this. Survival is the name of the game. Yay! Do I go through the valley in the shadows of the darkness? It don't say, yay, do I stay. You got to continue to move. You got to continue to get your things going in the right directions. I'm going off. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Mic check. Mic check. Y'all can't hear me at all? Can y'all hear me now? Mic check. What about now? Can y'all hear me now? Y'all got to hear it. Can y'all hear me now? What about now? Can y'all hear me now, ladies and gentlemen? What about now? Is the music too loud now? Yeah, y'all can hear me now. We hear me. Perfect. The path of the righteous man is beset on. I'll do this over again. Money says I can do this for hours. I'll do it over and over again. You guys got to hear this. Yeah, the music was too loud. I told you my audio board is just messed up. But what about now? Can you hear me? Yes, indeed. But the problem is, The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. But blessed is he in the name of charity and goodwill, right? And I'm glad that you guys stopped me before I get too far down the line, because somebody might need to hear this message. Somebody need to feel this message. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone. Know by the height he has grown, and when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices and raised musics only turn that horse into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother out, rob with brother, roll with brother. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you should never call a friend, because they bend their lives around the truth to meet their end. I ask, can you hear me? But I want to know, can you feel me on this topic? If you want a thing bad enough, you go out there and fight for it. To work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you, Seabass, Energy Plug, Matt Batten, Ice Cold Cowboy, Dre Matic, Talib, IROC, and anyone that's under the sound of my voice, regardless of what you do, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the bass. The ideology of this is even when you are down that pathway and people can't see you, people can't hear you, people can't feel what you're saying, never get so complacent that you can't start over. The moral of the story is, Jerry, it's not too late to start over. It's not too late to stop and start over again. Let that sizzle and sink down in the minds and the crevices of the thoughts, soul, and sinews of your heart. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember,
no drip this, tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this, wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this, wet. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up.
Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs the seed. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring a basket. I want the basket up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on it. Take your phone, stick it on the bucket. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. You should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just for y'all. Excellent.
Let me crack your cranium, fertilize your brain.
Yeah, on paper they're a better team, but they have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Doesn't feel that far.
What's your point?
So far.
Okay, so what?
So far.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
So far, so